up animal companion archetypes, and then I stumbled across a bigger giant wasp and had a panic attack, and forgot what I was doing.
Well, that's what I'm going to use leadership for.
Oh my god, no! For
Yeah.
fuck's sake! You
Yeah,
could use
and
it on something so much.
no. You see, the level 20 ability or thing that I get for the guild agent,
Yeah.
it's called Criminal Mastermind. I'm just
So-
going to be called the Wasp.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just making sure that the confusion on that ruling was made clear. Yes, even though the familiar is treated as a magical beast in many respects, it is still an animal, and Speak with Animals does work in that way.
Oh, okay, well then yes. Anyone who has access to speak with animals can understand your zzing, but other than that. But yeah, at level 6, Beast Speech, a totem guide can speak with its master as though the two share a common language, and can speak with others of its own species, or at the GM's discretion, creatures of similar types.
Right, so that would work too for him eavesdropping on someone else's familiar talking if they were the same type.
I'm not sure if that's going to extend to all reptiles or all birds, because, dinosaurs. I'm not sure if crocodiles are included, because they're relatively unchanged since the Jurassic period.
Question.
Yo.
Would Speak with Animals work on my Wasp?
Vermin.
You'd have to cast it yourself, and yeah,
Well, no,
he
I
does
mean for other people
yes.
to. It's classified as a vermin.
Oh, it might not work.
Yeah, it might not work. Let me check. Vermin are treated as mindless living creatures, predominant. They cannot speak and have no magical abilities. Blah blah. So the interesting thing is because it's a familiar, it's technically not mindless. So in that specific scenario, because it has an intelligence score, it does count. But normally you can't just speak with animals and try and talk to spiders because they have nothing interesting to say. They're mindless.
All right, I don't believe that. I believe wasps always have something interesting, or spiders always have something interesting to
So there's the
say.
banker, the stranger, and the wasp.
Yep.
I honestly feel like there's probably already a wasp, considering like Callistra is a thing. But no, you take her out.
I mean, hey, remember who my deity is.
Are you also a Callistra follower?
He has to be to have the giant.
Yeah.
That's a prerequisite.
You know what?
Familiar.
That's correct. Look, my memory's
Yeah.
not great. That's why we record things.
We are literally all religious except Gik, who just woke up and has magic. So I hope he's gonna go pray at the temple of Apsu and understand himself today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Tanny's character kick. He might pop by between scenes to say like to hang out with you guys or whatever. But for the purpose of what we're focusing on, he's going to the temple or whatever you said or whatever he wants to say he does. But ultimately, we'll just distract him by saying he has to fill out paperwork for his rank up.
Also, you could just send him to the tavern again.
There's always paperwork to be done.
I do like that. It's just another. I'm gonna accept Warren's offer on that on Tammy's behalf.
I don't know if. Oh wait, was that Warren? I thought it was Barty who said that.
Said what?
Never mind.
My headset, it's all tangled up. Give me a second.
It's fine. I'm putting the finishing touches on Unis's token and also making it appropriate.
There's the name.
Let me just
for future reference.
Terribly sorry for that sound delay. Is everything alright, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I believe we last left off. It was like in the middle of the week that I rewatched things to remind myself, so correct me if I'm wrong. You people were not resting, but I guess, did you rest after the... I know you're going to Agam's, is this what's happening, but did you rest? Is it the same day, or is it the next day?
I don't know when it... I don't watch the footage, so I have no idea what time
you were there, man.
We had just finished. I'd cut them off at the Nightingale, and it sent them on their way home.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's right. You guys slept because
Also, the tavern we were at is called the Crying Nightingale.
I'm surprised you didn't go with like Nightingale song.
Oh no, that's what the bard is for in the back.
Sorry, I know you're probably wanting it to be like serious, but the immediate thought to that was just the stage with like a cowering bard under a chair of tomatoes everywhere.
I mean that's only on certain days of the week.
I suppose, Warren, you've been talking with me about some stuff what you want to do in the game. Do you want to make any knowledge checks to help you in your search for this stuff?
Sure.
Did you want to do this quietly aside, or you're fine with these two here and stuff?
Um, the recruitment, sure, is fine. What was the other thing that I was wanting to go do?
The housekeeping guild.
Ah, right, the housekeepers. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I don't care if they hear or not.
All right. Just give me a lore check on their guild if you want, so I can inform you.
Lore.
Well,
Local?
oh, yeah, you can do local. It's just higher DCs.
Well, I don't have lore.
Nobody has lore.
Look, man, your fault.
It's not.
Look, there's my local
Yeah.
and Eldrin.
Your wasp knows. Wait, what? You're rolling for your wasp to that, right?
Yeah.
How can it tell you things right now?
I mean, it's still able to give me images
okay.
and
Okay.
emotions
All right.
as well. It is intelligent enough. I'm not sure if it can, but I find it amusing to think that it could pick up a pen and write for me.
uh, well, as the party's going through their stuff, I suppose do you want to just hand it a pen and like stand around for 40 minutes as it tries to write out a sentence?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll just let it guide my hand.
You want me to read this out to you, or did you want to read this out to them? Because I don't really. I'm sometimes fine with players reading things and putting on their own flourish for people to hear.
Oh no, I'm horrible at reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why you play D&D.
Yeah, this is why I go purely improv with horrible voices.
All right. The Housekeepers Guild, originally called the Maids Guild, it has since had several male maids join them, as well as some people who don't quite fit into the typical category of a maid or butler, and as such, it has recently been renamed as the Housekeepers Guild. Regardless of what they are, they tend to the needs of a person's home, be it the person who hired them, their own, or just some room that needs taken care of. The Servants' Guild houses quite a large amount of animosity towards them, as they tarnish the good name of maids and butlers everywhere, as well as several other popular choices. And again, as such, whenever a building has been made by the Housekeepers Guild, such as that a client could go to them and watch them clean that room, without the hassle of having to go find a room or show where the other person lives, every building has been mysteriously destroyed with the blatant message telling them to abandon their guild's name and accept their true identity. That being said, the Housekeepers Guild refuses to do such, and is of course because while many simply may call them housekeepers out of a form of nicety for the fondness towards its members, and viewing it as a politically correct term is to not upset them about what their job really is, they view their term as they view this true identity term as more of a derogatory remark. They refer to themselves as housekeepers more proudly. The Wasp gets information on I don't know why the Wasp knows this, really, when you don't. It's so weird.
Look, don't ask what the Wasp does in his free time.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like, it's really weird. The founder of the guild is Mrs. Maeve Lube. Mrs. indicating seniority rather than marital status. Consequently, she's also still the head of this guild, and despite being an elf getting on in her years, she's still described as beautiful, and it isn't all too an uncommon occurrence when someone wants to hire her herself. However, she rarely takes in clients. That's what you know.
Right, I will have to get her name again.
It's Mavlube.
I never would have been able to spell that. All right. And does Eldrin by chance know where to find a branch of the most esteemed guild?
What's your bonus of your connections?
Sorry, what?
What's your bonus of your connections?
Uh, fuck, where was it? Where was it? I don't remember where it was. I'm blanking on everything. Oh no.
Is it like a 2 at least?
Yeah.
All right. Uh, again, so their buildings are typically destroyed, so that's why they go to the clients' rooms or their rooms to housekeep things. But you
Oh,
can
it's half my rogue level.
half your rogue level, so it is 2.
So yeah, it is too.
Okay, so yeah, you should be able to find a popular street where some might be on a few, but where is the exact location to where any of them could be is God knows.
Right, well, after finding one of them,
Right.
going to inform her that I have a offer for her boss. Or his boss, whoever I find.
I was
That
fine
will
with
be
it being I was fine with it being a girl because that's probably what a majority of them are. But hey, man, let's just say that you can't tell.
sure. But yes, I have an offer that would be mutually beneficial for her boss.
All right.
Their boss.
Yeah. They'll inquire as to what you're getting at.
Protection, in a manner of speaking. And a safe locale to conduct business.
Made sense mode of you. Yeah, damn it, they suck. They'll kind of not like back away, but they'll kind of shift their stance so that there's less of their body being shown towards you. And they'll be like, "Is that a threat?"
No, not at all. I just know that your most esteemed guild has a bit of a tarnished reputation among certain individuals in the city, and I thought I could be of assistance. In a small way.
Well, I don't really know how to contact you.
Would you by chance know someone who does?
The level 1 expert will go, "What?"
Do you know someone who can get in contact with your boss?
That's not what I asked.
Oh, then I completely misheard you. I do
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah. They're saying they don't know how to contact you.
I'll just pull out one of my business cards and hand it over. David and Creed, at your service.
So they're like, "That's not what I asked." And go, "Oh, I misheard you. Here, this is my card." And they go, "Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'll ask her." And so you still want to go clean a room? um, you want to answer that or not? I'm fine with just going to bargaining to her again.
Perhaps later, my dear.
All right.
Business first, then pleasure.
Yeah, the what's the phrase? It's hold on, I can remember this. It's my Latin is good, I swear to God. It's nilv Thank you, Google Translate. Nil volupti sine livicaire is what they say.
As someone who isn't good with Latin,
Yeah.
please translate.
No pleasure without pay.
Of course. And how much pleasure would we be having?
Do you really want me to answer this, man, or should we cut the other players?
Just
Oh,
cut it
yeah,
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please keep going.
Yeah,
I'm making
Yeah.
because I really want to just be like, we can clean all sorts of rooms in all sorts of manners. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pay the black, buddy.
yeah.
I
Say,
didn't realize it would be
say
French
the
made.
line. All right, so Barty and Torgan, as you just hear a distance of Warren going woo woo in the distance, yeah, you guys were going to Ag. I mean, well, I guess I should ask Barty. Are you doing anything before you go to Agams?
I mean, were we giving a time to go?
Not that I recall, but we could say that your ability to contact your allies is easy enough to assign that time.
Yeah. What time were we meeting up at Agden's? Because I'm not gonna wait there all day if I can do other shit.
He's asking you, Torgan.
I'm trying to recall.
I don't think there was a time set. He's just asking you what time you wanted to meet him there.
I'm trying to remember what time it was when we finished last session. What the hell we were doing at the end of last session, actually.
I think you guys went to sleep.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we had just gone out drinking after the kerfuffle in the park, was it? Or had another day passed?
Some days had passed.
Okay. Alright, well, if we're going to... I have to meet Agam in the morning anyway, with the recipe and the barrel of mead that I promised him. So I'll be there in the morning, and I'll probably be in that neighborhood most of the day. So if you want to drop by after you've had luncheon, then that should suffice and give Warren time to catch up.
After lunch, got it.
Alright. So, Barty, is there anything you want to really do before then, or do you just go about your day? Because, like, if you wanted to, like, try and search out your hidden enemy Rojoy or something, like, you can talk about it.
I mean, yeah, obviously that's one of the things that I always do. I know he's out there.
I suppose I should say, if you plan on doing that, I expect you to have some sort of plan rather than just say, because otherwise you can just say, I try and gather evidence.
Well, in that case, so I know he integrates himself usually into the people who are higher up, so I'm going to head around to, what's it called again? Sorry, you gotta give me a second while I look up the map.
Lord's Hill.
Alright. Lord's Hill. I'm gonna head up to Lord's Hill, and I'm already decked out in Noble's clothing, so I'm just gonna take a walk around and head hell high. Because I belong there, obviously.
Yeah.
And Barty is not one for planning, so that is his entire plan.
Ah.
Is to just hope he sees him.
God, fair. I'll let you roll perception. Maybe he gets the God number.
I mean, how many times has gotten the God number?
Well, considering all the times you got the bad's number, you're bound. Ah! Oh my God!
Come on!
Wow. Divine providence.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's fine, man. I'm so fine with this. So, well, as you're walking around the park and you see some people like, eyeing you down, thinking like, oh, he thinks he's so good at this thing. I'll get gold embroidered in my suit now. Nobles being nobles, and maybe someone walks up and compliments you, just stuff. It's a noble district. It's a gated community, all that fun stuff. I honestly keep forgetting how you get in. I think you sneak in or something. But as you're,
I don't think I need to sneak in anymore now that I have
that's true. You just bluff your way in, going, I don't think you live here. Going, look at my suit. They're like, no, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. So you walk, you're just spending some time, and as you're preparing to go to lunch with your good friend, what's her name? I wanted to say Kravitz, but that is super wrong and from another game. And Von Kraz is her name, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, as we're about to go to lunch to Von Kraz, and you're just looking around and spying on people. Uh, as you're walking down and you're just expecting, you just see some guy go, "Nice suit, jackass," and you turn around thinking it's just some other asshole, and then you and Rojoy are staring at each other, and you extend your legs and arms out a bit as you go, "Ah!" and he starts running.
Hear the Kill Bill music. Weep, weep.
Alrighty. Well, now that I know he's here, you know
Yeah,
what?
snow him down, Barty. I believe in you.
Like, there's a lot of people around, right?
I mean, yeah, they're nobles and guards and stuff, but
No, then I'm not gonna follow after him. I'm not gonna chase after him.
all right.
That's just that'll make things worse.
I guess potentially. I mean, you do
I'm
have
just gonna.
that. Don't you carry that Night Watch badge with you everywhere?
That doesn't help if I'd have to actually lie and say that he did a crime here, and Barty is not a good lie.
Yeah, I suppose that's a fair bet on you then. But you do
I
know
know.
he's here now, and he also knows you're here because
I turned to my companion. I'm like, that was very odd.
the wasp.
No, to the woman I'm with.
Oh no, I was saying you're going up to her house.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as there's nobody, I mean, unless somebody like questions me about it, I'm just gonna act like that was weird.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just, I'm sure there probably is a noble. Like, what was that? And you're like, oh, he's strange. He scared me when he went by.
I've never seen that man before in my life. Very odd.
You will lie about that, but you won't lie about him committing a crime.
Listen, I actually have to like straight up murk this guy. I can't. You know what I mean? There's a difference between lying about meeting him and straight up murking somebody. When a bunch of people are around and being like, he committed a crime that was definitely worth this. Because
I suppose, but I'm also thinking you don't necessarily have to kill him. You could chuck a snowball at him and do that entangling thing, and then you could try and just grapple him down.
Oh no! I have to straight up kill him. That's actually part of the whole thing.
Well, I mean, I figured you probably wanted that thing he stole, which I don't think he's probably carrying on him at all times.
That's a good point. But now that I know he's here, I can get my companions to give me a hand in finding him.
All right. Well, you have a nice lunch with Von Kraz. She's prepared tea and what's this thing called? Tea sandwiches.
Yeah, along the way, I'll make sure to actually pick up something now that I have some money of my own to spend.
All right. What do you want to get?
I don't know. What's something like that's fancy that people have? Like, how people used to rent pineapples back in medieval ages?
Oh, something fancy like that.
Yeah, something that's like, of course they're not going to eat it, but it's like they appreciate you bringing it.
Let me find the name of this thing. Get her a. that's a little too expensive. Get her a. Sorry, these things all explode. I'm trying to find something that's actually edible. Get her a good berry bush. Like a tiny one, not the 8,000 gold one that actually makes good berries.
Jesus Christ! How much is a good berry bush?
8,000 gold.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying,
so
like a tiny potted plant version, like it'll grow into one.
It's like a bonsai tree type deal.
Yeah, like in a few years, this could be a good berry bush if you take care of it.
Okay, let me clarify. I'm like looking to spend like 10 gold.
I'm just letting you do it as a full-playing thing.
All right, cool. That's what I do.
Because Pathfinder magic plants are ridiculously expensive.
Yes. Okay, then that's what I will do. Cool.
I mean, otherwise, I guess when I was trying to think of like a magic fruit Pathfinder has, like they explode and stuff, like they're for fighting.
Yeah, Pathfinder gets weird with its magic fruits.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did you have anything to really tell her about like your day or anything when she asks, or You just have tea with your friend, and you leave later to go take care of business.
My dear, I had the most unusual of encounters earlier today.
Go
There
on.
was this there was this gentleman here in the quarter, and when he saw me, he acted so afraid and ran off. And I'd hate for that to be the last interaction we ever had. And I'd go ahead and describe him. I ask, you wouldn't happen to have ever seen such a gentleman? I would very much so like to clear up any misconceptions he has.
I know she's your friend, but I'm still gonna sense motive you.
No problem.
She's so wise and old. So, yes, she goes, Barty. She's breezing an eyebrow at you and stuff.
But would she actually call me out on it, knowing full well how how the social games are played? Or would she try and get
I
more?
believe she found you refreshing because you don't play those kinds of games, right?
I thought it was just because I don't care that she kicks your cat out in a stroller.
Hmm.
I mean, I never wrote it in that, but if that's the way you want to play it, the way that it came up, then I wouldn't have played games with her. I just straight up told her.
Oh no, I don't mean like you don't have like you. Let me try and word this better for you. Then you don't have necessarily the same social sensibilities as other nobles that you will play an endless cat and mouse kind of thing where you're like, I'll never tell, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, then yes, that's fair. All right, so yeah, if she calls me out on it, then I'll just straight up tell her.
Yeah. So specifically, what do you inform her of?
So she just calls me out on it straight up?
Yeah, she's just Barty and raises an eyebrow, like she expects a better reason from you. That she doesn't think you would do that, really.
All right, so I'll just straight up tell her the actual story.
The full story.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if she's gonna call me out on it, and my ass can't lie for hell,
Yeah, okay.
for any reason.
So yeah, she'll get one of the maids she has that's standing by, watching you people imbibe liquids and foods, and she'll ask her to keep an eye out for this gentleman, Rojoy.
And don't let him in your house. I mean, I'm pretty sure you knew that much as well already.
Yeah, she'll give you a wry smile and she'll go, I'll consider it.
Hmm. Okay.
Alright. So, after having a decadent lunch, which probably costs more than your paycheck for the month, you go to Agams. Torgan, you're probably already there at Agams, right?
Yes, I had to get an early start to get there. Before I went to bed, I copied down the recipe on some decent quality parchment. Common on one side, Orcish on the other.
Huh.
And between last night some spell slots and this morning some spell slots, I've got his 30-gallon barrel filled with fresh, average quality mead. So that's all good to go. And yes, I do get to his establishment around the time that the market would open. I take a carriage
Thank,
because this isn't official business.
thank you, Twitch chat member, for informing me that I didn't have the right slide on. Alright, so Torgan, you take your carriage over to the stoneworks and take a shot because I said Um, I'm trying to think of a nice way to word this. As you get to Agams and you try and enter the building in the usual way of, door, you find that it's locked and there's also another person kind of just like waiting by the street, sitting down. Just some rando. It's just some human.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, and the rando will go, yeah, he's not in yet. It's weird. I'm waiting for a good cut of meat. What about you?
He's waiting for me to deliver this barrel of mead.
And the guy goes, "What's mead or his? I thought he was what's the word? Not fun. He doesn't drink this stuff."
No, he doesn't. That's correct. It's for cooking purposes.
Ah, then are you sure it's smart to have a Kirk? Ugh. It's not really my business, I guess. And he'll just keep sitting there.
I'm glad he realized that. I'll pet my small dinosaur friend and
Yeah.
wait quietly.
So some time passes and Barty shows up, which might concern you. I don't know. The randos probably have left by now. You're thinking, this is taking too long. I'm gonna go buy a cut of meat somewhere else.
Sup, Torgren? Why are we waiting outside?
That's an excellent question, and I wish I had an answer for you.
Well, you're the one waiting outside, so you should have an answer. Am I missing something here?
Nope.
No.
He's not in yet. He's late for some reason. No, he's probably fucking dead.
Okay.
What a great outlook on life.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check around the sides of the building. I'm assuming there's some kind of window here.
Yeah, there's I described it before in the kitchen area. There's a hole with the little shutters that close on it.
Can I open these shutters, or are they already open?
You can open the shutters with a hammer. You can try and pick the lock of the shutters or something. It's you know how two pieces of wood can close together with a clasp on the inside?
Yeah.
If you want to like try and pick the lock of it with like a credit card or something.
What would I use to do that? What kind of skill would that be?
You're disabling the device of an incredibly low DC. You just need some sort of like long, thin thing.
Alright. Well, that's just a straight dex check for me, so let's go do it. Or at least try.
I was fine with you just saying you succeed if you could just tell me what you're opening it with. The 20 is you just do like the fawns thing. Its DC was like 7, man.
I don't even do it. My cat walks over, sticks out its claw, and just flips it up.
Torian, that's a long claw and real thin. You should be afraid.
I'm terrified of that cat too.
Yeah. So you open it up.
It has some terrifying pets.
So you open up his shutters and you can see that there's no one in the butcher shop. But if you had someone small size, you could like squeeze through it. Which I mean, you got a cat, so.
I'm like, all right, do me a favor, Alvina, go to and take a look around.
All right. Considering you don't play your cat, so I won't describe the adventure. I mean, I guess it's more for the camera view of it. The cat wanders around, finds ultimately his bedroom in the upper floor of the building, and wakes him up. And some time later, like a couple of minutes, there'll be some clacking. As you guys would probably hear like, where did the cat come from? No, and, in the distance.
Okay, so he is alive though.
Yeah.
That's a relief.
And he'll come down sometime later. I don't know if you want your cat back to, or if the cat will just pester him until he opens the front door of the building.
No. As soon as the cat sees him alive, she would have just came back down to me.
Okay. Well, would it have wakened him? Is what I'm asking.
No, Torgren didn't say to wake him up or anything. So I'm just gonna if he's awake, if he's alive, she just comes back. I mean, I've got no reason to wake the poor man up.
Oh, okay. So instead of hearing him stumble about and stuff, then the cat just returns with the knowledge. Like it gets on its two hind legs and shrugs at you. So,
well, I have an empathetic link, so
yeah,
it would have been
a
good news kind of thing. So the bad news. If it had a bad feeling, it would have been he was dead, and if it was a not bad feeling, then obviously he's alive.
But it's just fine.
Yeah, that's the full extent of it.
So what do you guys do then, since the cat's not waking the man up?
Oh, I tell Torgren that he's alive.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Do you want to go knock on the front door?
I suppose.
Can't imagine it's not anything that's already been done, though.
I don't know. Did Torgren, did you
No,
do that?
no, I didn't.
I was kind of referring to what some people might have been doing before Torgan arrived, like climbing on the door saying, "Are you in?"
All right, Alvina, go wake him up.
Sorry, I'm just saving you time from doing the whole process.
I
So
gotcha. Alvina, go wake him up.
then we cut back to the erase scene as the animators hastily try to redraw it, and oh yeah, he stumbles about, and sometime later, say 10 minutes of you just hearing him stumble about in there, the clacking of glass and stuff. He will open the door, looking a bit worse for wear, Torgan, and smelling extremely of whiskey.
Oh my, rough night. Or did the right woman finally show up?
Oh yeah, Agam will go. No, it's all. It's just it's nothing. I
Is it good whiskey
ooh,
or cheap whiskey?
what day is it? It's actually a good whiskey. That being said, he smells strongly of it.
Alright, good.
All right, let's make you some coffee, Alki.
If there's ever anything that should trigger his orc ferocity, it should be that. But for
calling him Alki?
Yeah, but for the sake of Barty retaining all of his teeth, I will not hit him. So also, he's a level 1 expert, so it wouldn't really hurt you anyways. Also, he's drunk, so that's even more penalties. Actually, I will hit you because I will not actually connect anything. Because it looks like this. He gets angry at you, and he raises a fist, and he's like, oh, and he swings, and you're like 5 feet away still.
I mean...
Then immediately he'll be like, no, I'm sorry, lad, I didn't mean to hit you. I'm just angry.
Why?
Because
I literally don't understand why you're angry.
Because I have a bit of a problem with the drink. I shouldn't have. It's my fault. It's my fault. He kept looking at Torgan when he was trying to think of words.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you actually do need assistance. Would we know any way to cure people of addiction?
Weirdly, I guess you wouldn't deny that.
I might.
Is there a way to cure addiction? Yeah, plenty of ways. One was him being sober for a while.
I'm pretty sure there's got to be a spell that cures addiction.
I think there is, but it's not appearing on this website, so I'm going to check the archives of Nethys.
There's alleviate addiction, which makes them ignore the effects of addictions, but it lasts time. It'll wear off.
Oh, that could be...
You can permanency it, I guess, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, addiction wears off after a certain amount of time has passed. Here you go. A table on drugs and addiction.
It's not like he's on a hard addiction or well, I guess it's a hard addiction. I was gonna say it's not like he's on a hard drug. It's just alcohol.
Right.
I'm sure the city has several wonderful rehab centers.
Since literally any cleric asked this.
I'm also sure that Devon knows at least 3 or 4 of them.
And I'm pretty sure they're not wonderful.
Well...
Sorry.
But yeah, alleviate addiction could be cast by any cleric, but it's only an hour per level, so I mean, meh.
I say we just beat him till he's unconscious and then keep him unconscious for a while.
Don't sober up.
You said, was that an actual plan you said to Torgan in secret?
No, I'm straight up helping him. I'm straight up, letting him lean on me as I carry him in.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this straight out loud because Barty has no filter.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, Agam will go, if you be trying that, lad, I'll actually hit you.
Well, not me personally. Do I look like I could beat you up? I'd lose a fight to a paper bag.
I. To be fair, I kind of want it's just yeah. I kind of really want him to say like but there's a lot of you, but he's not that bad. Um. So yeah, he
Yeah.
just plain agrees with you. So yeah, you set him against some table, and while he's like while he's like slunking on the table, like head in his hand. I guess yeah. What do you two do now that you just have free reign in his shop? Just steal that half a cow. He won't notice it missing.
I'm gonna make him something greasy and I guess a hangover cure. I don't know if I know one in game.
I mean, you can check, but you know what? Unfortunately, most hangover cures are, right?
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, I don't know if I would know in game. I don't know if I know one, but out of game I do.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure if giving him more alcohol is really the right answer to things here.
I was actually just thinking like a greasy breakfast.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is that what you're referring to? A lot of people's hangover cures are a light cocktail.
Yeah, a greasy breakfast and some fluids that'll actually make undehydrate him.
All right.
I mean, it won't cure everything, but it should make him feel a little better.
Agam, lay on the floor, open your mouth. Create water. Do that until he's fine. Yeah, so
So I give him some overcooked eggs and some incredibly greasy bacon.
I'm sure Torgan's just thinking, you're killing the prophets.
I'm pretty sure he eats in his own place.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm just joking around. You right, Torgan?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So while Barty's cooking stuff, did you want to do anything?
I'm going to just inspect the bakery a little closer, and I'm going to actually outright ask Agam what his source of yeast is.
It's called Ezekiel bread in real life, but it wouldn't have that name because the Bible isn't in Pathfinder. It's called.
It's unleavened.
Yeah, it's sprouted grain bread.
Sorry, say that again.
Sprouted grain bread. It's essentially whole grain bread that's made from the grains that were allowed to germinate before they were milled into flour.
Gotcha.
It's self-rising.
Neat.
It's also, it doesn't taste the best compared to like great stuff like bread with nothing good in it. But that bread's expensive for obvious reasons. And
I have plans to get cheap quality bread.
That's distressing.
So let me remind you, like healthy good bread, like whole wheat and stuff, like the stuff that costs more into our lives, is cheaper in medieval society. The thing that's more expensive is like white bread.
Mm-hmm.
It requires more work to make and stuff. We do not have the glory of machines to do our thrashing, I guess is the word.
Yet.
What have those crafty gnomes been doing then? God.
Making alchemical dragons.
I mean, alright.
So, you're just checking around his shop. I mean, surely it doesn't take you, like, Barty's cooking egg. Like, he's busy for like 5 minutes. You just check some bread. I mean, surely you can do some other stuff.
I investigate that. I take a look also at the state of just the general state of tools and furniture, and assess the amount of space available.
Okay. So ignoring the upper floor, because I hope you aren't messing about with his stuff.
Yeah. That's his living space.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Ignoring that, I would say it's about 50% butcher shop, which, as you're wandering around, he has a freezer. You don't, like, just to describe it shortly, you open a door and chilled air comes out. And you're like, what? So...
Oh, that's impressive.
There's
yourself an ice house.
There's a glowing rune on the back wall of it.
got yourself a magic ice house.
It's full of what is essentially sad-looking animals that are certainly dead. Um,
How much did that set you back?
in his like as he's like trying to eat the greasy food and he's trying to like make more senses. Barty, I'm sure you're just faffing about looking at stuff too.
I mean, I will. If I'm done feeding him, then I'm gonna start cleaning.
Okay, clean. Oh, that's nice. I was thinking for a second you're feeding yourself. I'm like, hold on, you actually ate lunch, didn't you?
Yeah, I already ate lunch. I don't need to eat after I'm done feeding him.
All right, so you're cleaning dishes. What a pal Barty is. Threatens to beat you and then makes you eggs. So, yeah, he'll explain that he got it for free. He had a friend at the Wizards Guild. He just got them some quality meat and they gave it to him as a present.
Interesting. And, this friend in the Wizards Guild, is he, still friendly?
Yeah, also, Agam, as in the middle of his story, I think the most prevalent thing he should state is, boy, those wizards can sure put away a cow. So, yeah, he'll go, yeah, I write letters to him sometimes.
Excellent. Excellent. That could come in handy.
Anyway.
So while that's going on, Warren, once you leave the very spotless room, what's next on your agenda?
Well, I do still want to talk to her boss, but I guess that's going to happen at a later date and time.
Yeah, well, unless you want to go into the future, if you really got nothing else going on.
Aside from that, guess I'm going to go find a employee for Torgan.
Okay. What do you have in mind? Or are you just going with what you've already told me?
Just a human, someone that is connected to the Thieves Guild, but kind of shit at the job.
Well, by connected to the Thieves Guild, I am constantly assuming you're talking about, like, someone's spouse or kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they tried, they really did, but found out they had butterfingers. Or at the very least couldn't pick a pocket to save their life. So instead, they need something else to do. They can't live in their parents' basement all their lives.
Yeah. I'll let you... Please, I live in the attic? No, That's...
Alright.
That's an interesting question. I'm not sure if Karnegion has that many basements. They're, like, right next to a river. No, wait, that has nothing to do with ocean level. Fuck, I'm dumb. No, okay, let's now add Karnegion has lots of basements. Ignore me. So...
I was wondering where we hide most of the shit when the day watch comes into
the second
for
attic.
inspection.
The reverse attic. What am I talking about? There's a sewer system. No, there probably isn't that many basements, actually.
There's a sewer system in most major cities.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, wait, shit. Damn it, I'm so dumb. Just ignore me.
That, and I very much doubt the river has much to do with it, because Philly's built...
I know, but the second you said, there are basements in major cities, I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's D&D. Oh, yeah, hold on, you're talking about real life. Yeah, there are sewers in cities that have basements. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
So yeah, Warren, give me a diplomacy, and I'll tell you some information that you get. Since you're going up to Thieves Guild people and asking them if they got anyone looking for work. All right. So on your initial request of like asking if someone's like wife or husband are willing to like work at a restaurant to earn some extra coin and stuff.
Nah, I'm looking for one of their kids that are just sitting at home all day being a little shit.
Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, yeah, there's plenty of people that they're for 16. Yeah, and did you include your bonus already in there?
No. So
yeah, Because you're asking Thieves Guild people to respect you. So,
Yeah.
I assume you're not going up to the banker and going, hey, you got a shit cousin you hate?
Well, I mean, I don't doubt that he has one, but no.
Yeah. So since you're bothering the smaller fry, yeah, there's a couple of kids that they aren't opposed to getting some apprenticeship done. So, yeah, congratulations, Devrin. You have 6 and 8-year-olds at your service.
All right, I meant a bit older than that. Teenagers.
Remember, at 15, people are considered adults.
Goddamn Pathfinder world. Fuck.
Yeah, they're going to go. I mean, usually at 12, they've already been apprenticing for a few years.
Fine. Torgan's gonna get what he get and
Yeah.
be glad he got it.
I mean, that being said, it's still hands. They're not like snot, stupid shit kids. They get hit and they learn. not to endorse child beatings, but the middle ages are a bit meaner.
Okay, I'm going to endorse child beatings.
Yeah,
Beat the children.
Barty
That'll be fine.
or Jason? Which one's endorsing this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'll gather up the little shits and go to this. What was the name of the place?
It doesn't have a name. It's just Agam's Butchery and Bakery.
And
Candle
I'll go
Shop
to Agam's
Bakery.
Butchery and Bakery.
So you go to his bakery. Yeah, about this time as the party's trying to get Torgan nice and sober, and you don't really see him in his moment of weakness. Is what I'm getting at. You come in with them examining things, and Torgan going, this chef's knife, and he goes, that's a cleaver or whatever you want to do, Torgan. I'm not sure if you know what the difference between one knife and another is.
I mean, Torgan literally has a rank in profession cooking at this point, so yes.
Okay, no, that's fair if you want to. Look, man, you can cook and not know which knife is which. I cut almost everything with a chef's knife.
I use a butcher's knife.
I suppose while we've got some time, I'll mosey about, and if I find anything that's broken...
Well, that's what I'm getting at. His cleaver is stained with the blood.
Okay, well that I can't fix that. That's a prestidigitation problem, not a mending problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
I
you
was already
Take a
cleaning
few
everything.
moments and.
I mean, you didn't
Wash.
think Barty was actually like scrubbing things. He was just straight up using prestidigitation and everything.
I figured. That's the way you do
in
it.
my background, I just assumed you were throwing them in water and scrubbing them.
Oh God, no! He's a witch with 2-world magic.
Yeah. Fair. Look, man, just
Scrub.
background imagery changes from him cleaning it to him zapping. They're just cleaning themselves like Mickey Mouse style.
Those dainty elven hands have never scrubbed anything in their lives.
So, Warren, you come in, some plates washing themselves, and the beaker just hanging out at the table talking. I guess Torgan's fixing some forks and stuff that have been broken. Actually, honestly, what's probably really broken are plates that, when people came in and asked for food to eat there, those plates have probably not been treated well. You know what I mean?
Well, they're getting fixed, but it takes 10 minutes of prayer per fucking plate.
Don't you need all the pieces too to do that?
No.
Huh.
It repairs damaged objects, restoring a D4 hit points. If it has the broken condition, it can be removed if restored to at least half the original. Oh yes, never mind. All pieces must be You're right. I'm thinking of make whole can be any part. Well, mending does need all the pieces.
You can still fix all the cracks and stuff in it, so that they're together rather than. There'll still be chips and stuff, but it's looking better anyways. Is it per plate 10 minutes, or is it per stack?
It's 10 minutes per object of up to. It says one object of up to 1 pound per level.
Well, that's. So you got the time.
I've got 4 pounds, but what is an object? Is a stack of plates one object?
No, it's unfortunately. Unfortunately, you get to stare at a plate and go fix. So Warren, you come into this. Warren's followed by a small entourage of 3 kids. I assume of all human origin.
So you having fun staring at a plate?
Holy shit! What are those things?
Things are getting done. That's what's happening.
They're
This bastard trying to fix it by hand.
they're just halflings. That's you've seen a halfling.
Yeah, they're just halflings. Don't worry about it.
Well, whatever they are, don't feed them after midnight.
I mean, honestly, I don't think their family really feeds them. Period. But I mean, hey, that's besides the point.
Not to sound like Mary Sanderson, but do they smell like halflings or do they smell
No,
like
they're
children?
kids, and I also feel like they would be saying stuff, but all that I don't. I feel like is they're like their parents probably don't feed them. Like my dad feeds me, and you just go on it upside of his head whenever they talk, so they stop doing that.
Whatever. I prestidigitation the kids too.
Why?
Because kids are disgusting. Children are disgusting. My character, whenever they go, I go to the opposite side of the room of them if I can.
There's three of them. I feel like they're in the background they're gonna end up playing this game with you, where they're gonna end up like separating to like try and surround you once they realize what you're doing.
Right, Torgan, on short notice, this is what I can get you. Give me a few extra days, I can get someone that's competent.
That's fine. We're not really ready for any procedures to begin yet. At this point, it's more setup. So at this point, small hands, many hands make light work. We'll manage.
Yeah. Sorry, I had a phone call.
Uh,
Also, there's not really like it's perfectly reasonable for kids to be apprenticing as soon as they can like start doing stuff.
Yeah, teach them how to butcher.
Yeah. Though I guess the question is, I gave you 3 kids, so you could have them running each an aspect of the shop.
I'm willing to just drop the candlestick making completely. I can't think of a way to really monetize that side venture.
Butcher,
Um,
baker.
I mean-
Candlestick making exclusive for in the restaurant. You place them on the tables to add atmosphere.
I mean, if somebody wants to talk to their
fancy.
their friends at the temple who keep bees, that's up to the person who happens to worship insect weeds. But I don't.
His candles are also made from meat fats.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But
they don't burn very cleanly. We would want to get if we were going to use those on the tables. We would actually want to get good beeswax candles.
Yeah.
Well, what if instead of using them directly on the table, we place them in a container of some sort, which prevents the smell from escaping, but still lets the atmosphere go. That gives off atmosphere.
I suppose
you know,
we could, but
Well, as you're talking about the candles and just as Agam's kind of like staring at the children and like calculating in his head the million of calculations of child plus knife equals unsafe, he goes,
don't worry, it's fine.
yeah, don't worry, it's fine. He will argue, going, I'm not sure if I really want a lad that small to apprentice under me. I mean, can he even hold the knife without dropping it on his foot?
that you've got a bakery as well. Sorry, hold on.
Look, boy, I already informed the parents. There is a chance that their kids are going to lose a finger or two. It's fine.
I mean,
I
most of them.
Like I should set motive on
Yeah,
that.
Agam's gonna turn to Torgan going, who is this fellow?
These children are probably stronger than I am. Let's not even lie.
What, Agam?
No, the children are probably
Oh,
stronger than I am.
the children have like 6s in their stats. Shut up.
This is a rather connected acquaintance by the name of Creed.
Yes, Devin Creed. Pleasure to meet you. I'll
You-
walk up and extend my hand out to him.
Well, out of his Kyrgyzstan stability, he's gonna take your hand despite immediately not liking you. So when I'm saying like he takes your hand and he shakes it amicably, but you can see in his face he dislikes you.
Is there a problem, sir?
He goes,
For what it's worth, Agam, he represents a rather successful pub of his own.
I just don't. I'd appreciate it if you didn't make jokes about children getting hurt then.
Oh, well, I do apologize, sir, but you should have heard the 3 or the 4 of us on the way here.
Yeah,
One of the little buggers was joking about losing a whole hand and poking his little sister with the nub. He's kind of he's kind of weird.
Yeah, just the orcs just scowling at you.
It's all in good fun, boyo. It's how you keep the kids entertained. You really think any of them want to be here right now?
He kind of hums at you. Um, yeah, he's gonna turn to Torgan. He's staring at Torgan. What'd you do? What'd you bring in here?
We're going to need to do some upkeep before we're ready to really open up and expand for business. We'll need hands to do the work as well.
Oh, sorry. That reminds me, I never fully answered your question about the spacing of the shop because I got distracted by telling you about the freezer.
Yeah.
It's the ground floor is entrance, a couple of feet where you can walk around and form like a line. The counter and like the meat display and stuff. Then like the half of the whole butchery is like its own separate room, and he has a bakery. The kitchen doubles as the bakery with all the cabinets and stuff. And there's a workshop on the other side that like on the opposite side of the butchery. That's where he makes like candles and crafts whatever he can do very poorly. He's got one rank in it, you know. He makes candles and they burn. And that's about the extent of the bottom floor.
I see. Well, if we're also going to try to turn this place into a restaurant, it seems we might have to actually add some floor space. We might need to do an expansion.
You could also you plan on undoing his workshop as a thing too.
Yes, also, like I said, if we just get rid of the damn candle making, because it's the least lucrative opportunity, then that also frees up some space.
Agam goes, oh, I like making candles, and besides, it's more of a hobby. I started it because I got all this fat and no one buys the stuff.
I'm sorry. What are the candles made out of?
He goes, he'll go into like a drawer and pull one out and goes, this one's bacon scented, and he'll light it, and the room soon begins to smell sickly of bacon.
They're made of tallow. Many candles are made of tallow. Doesn't burn as cleanly as beeswax, but it gets the job done. You can also make soap out of it if you know your way around an alchemy bench.
Aye.
Yeah.
I,
Agam interjects with the soap thing, going, don't make soap out of it. I did that once, and the dogs came chasing at me for a week.
I don't doubt that, but I might know someone that very much like to get their hands on candles like that.
I'm just assuming in the background bar he's like slowly suffocating as children dogpile him. So Agam questions who's willing to buy just pounds and tons of fat.
I mean, it always has more than one use.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a component in casting grease.
Aside from making candles, but well, not all of us can be wizards, and there are certain individuals in the city, such as the Night Watch, that could use similarities to that of what wizards can do.
Are you saying you got hinges what need greased?
No, I believe were you implying that they just carry around barrels of grease to knock over?
Not exactly, but yes. I was thinking more along the lines of bags of grease, when lit on fire and thrown, can make acceptable items.
Interesting.
But yes, I can certainly get you in contact with a individual that would most gratefully be happy to buy any quantity of this material.
Agam's going, I don't exactly trust that coming from your mouth. I'd like anything that's involved with me to be, well, I want to say good, but I'm afraid the word would burn you.
Oh, forgive me, sir. Anything that happens when he purchases it would only be for the good of the city.
You do know a guy who makes perfumes and soaps.
I do. And you think that's the only thing he makes?
I mean, I'm not saying anything more. I just said, you know a guy who makes perfumes. I'm trying to help you here. I'm going for the assist.
That is, you know what happened in the park the other day, correct?
I which other? It's a big park. It's what 30 miles.
The fuckers showing up and causing a bit of a ruckus.
You're referring to that. Yes, they're. I don't quite exactly.
And no one really does. But the point is, there are people that want to make sure the city is safe. But we'll get into that at a later date. For now, I believe.
I'm just gonna keep reminding you. Everything you say is constantly making him like squint at you.
Oh, I know, and I'm loving every moment of it. But, well, I believe I'm done here. Unless there's anything you two need.
Yeah, Agam's gonna ask you where the kids live so he can put them back when they're done.
Oh, they live about, 5 blocks. I'll send someone to pick them up and make sure they get home safely.
I'm pretty sure that the kids can figure out their own way home.
I'll
They are.
still send someone to make sure
Yeah.
they get home.
Yeah, Barty, as you're saying that, like some kid at stockpiling menu gets up, is about to open his mouth. Warren raises a hand to smack him, and he closes the mouth. So.
Well, anyways,
And then after, well, actually, if we're done setting up here, we really do need to, find the person that was trying to kill us.
Oh god, we're nowhere near done setting up here.
I just want you to like pull out a tablecloth and we just hear like makeover, 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 makeover.
well, once you are done with that, I will be happy to stop by and be a patron of this lovely establishment. Until then, I'm afraid this is out of my area of expertise. Have a good day, gentlemen. Let me know when we go try to find the bastard that's trying to kill us. Aye? Good.
Alright. Let's go ahead, Torgan.
I was just saying it's definitely premature to call this set up. But if we have any genuine leads, then absolutely we should investigate things. But did we?
Well, there was the vague spot that the guy described where the guy teleported. Or, in his words, exploded.
Do any of us have any means to track teleporting at this low level? Because I can tell you I do not.
I'm just letting you know that's your lead.
Yeah, and I that's the only lead I remember, and it was a dead.
It's probably going to take a high-level caster to figure that out.
Yeah. So, in the meantime, Agam's going to get up and try and make sure that the dizziness from changing altitude so fast doesn't knock him over. And he'll ask the kids that are assaulting Barty what their names are and where they're from and stuff. To, if you guys don't stop that, I will have the kids answer him.
I mean, they're going to be working with him. He kind of needs to be able to communicate. I get that.
Yeah,
right. I'm not going to stop him from trying to at least establish a basic level of rapport with the children.
So yeah, you have oh, how do you pronounce this? It's oh yeah, it's exactly how it looks. So you have a Leon, a Mage, and a Ursi.
Oh, mage, huh? How's how?
Nope. Nope. Name. Not class.
Yeah.
Come on,
Don't get excited.
it's Matilda.
So, in order of youngest to oldest, I would say Ursi is about 6-ish, Mage is about 8, and at 9 you have a Leon. They are blatantly explaining to him that their parents were thieves. And
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
yeah. And Agam's not happy with that news, but he's not gonna turn away like real work for them. So he's if you're not stopping anything, they'll just explain that they're kids, they don't really know anything. Not their words. I'm just explaining that their nonsense is proving that when they explain things. And because I gotta tell you, that one kid going, "Oh, I'm really good at baseball. I hit the ball once and it went like 20 feet," and like that does not transcribe into cooking, so not useful. So
He's on tenderization.
Get tenderization. I hit things. um. Also, hitting a ball 20 feet is not actually that far, Barty.
And that's why he's on tenderization. You don't actually have to hit the damn thing that hard.
That's no, you got me there. Um. But yeah, if I guess if you want to throw him on tenderization, but yeah, Agam's just saying they can run in the bakery because the worst he can see that happening is that they burn themselves, and that's better than losing limbs or digits.
Yes, I have to stop by the Temple of Torag up the road anyway to ask them about a project, but while I'm there, I plan to have a word with their brewmaster and see if I can't get this bakery a bit more quality ingredients.
Yeah, Agam will uncomfortably say, "All right."
Okay, are we going to at any point in time look for the people that are trying to kill us?
I mean, like I said, we have no leads, so Torgan is not planning to go just traipsing about the city in the middle of the day without a real lead.
Barty,
His only plan
Do-
today is to help Agam out.
yeah, Barty, you could still throw out the information that you found Rojoy.
Oh, yeah, I did find him. So, I mean, I've got a friend up in the, oh, hell, no, I can't think of it. Lord's Hill.
Mhm.
She's keeping an eye out for him, but he's definitely up there. Unfortunately, he knows that I, too, am in the city.
So then he's gonna spend what's pocket change amounts of money to him and go to some cottage, I don't know, up north. Is that what rich people do?
He's not rich. He's actually probably integrated himself into somebody else's household. That's how he operates.
That young kid that's brooding the shop just behind you, going, "People can't do that. That's illegal."
I go, yes, that's because he's a criminal.
Oh, okay then. Just keeps doing his work.
Well, maybe I can get you guys' help to go take care of him, and
I mean, that's what you wanted us to do. But with Gick tied up in paperwork, we're not in any position to take on any serious combat. I don't know if you noticed, aside from when you happen to get a lucky snowball, Gick deals most of the damage.
well, yes, I have noticed that Gick deals most of the damage.
Kick is just a tiny. You were bringing up one of your players is playing Stitch in another campaign. That's really how I'm viewing Gick right now. Just chaotic energy.
Yep.
So unfortunately, we're a little gimped as a brigade right now.
Okay. I guess we'll just wait around and see if they try to kill us again.
I mean, they're probably going to at some point.
Great.
Just throwing your hands up in the air, Barty.
Yeah.
Did you want to go talk to the dwarves, or do you want me to just handle that on my own?
Barty, I think you should join him for the doors, because otherwise you're trapped with the children.
Oh, I'm not going to be trapped with the children, and I don't think talking with the dwarves is a good idea either. Dwarves and elves famously don't get along.
No, they don't really get along with orcs either,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
know.
hoping that if I say the right things, they'll at least play nice.
All right. Well, Barty doesn't play nice, so he's going to go finish paperwork
Alright.
and leave Agnom to his fate that he signed when he started working with Torbran.
I know, what happened then is this man awakens with an awful hangover, and then you dump 3 kids on him in a death trap shop.
Listen, I didn't come up with this plan. I'm just one of the people who got to witness it happen.
Look, I told the parents there's a 50-50 chance the kid didn't come back. They all
Jesus,
agreed.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Listen, these people breed like rats. They have like 6 more children. They're not worried about it.
No, I assure
Yeah.
you, the rat folk breed way stronger. So,
I said they breed like rats, not rat folk.
You know, if we could get some rat folk if we could get some good rat folk in here, they wouldn't take up much space. They've got a great sense of community, and they're not afraid of hard work. I would love to get a bunch of rat folk in here.
yeah,
They also have a huge stigma of being carriers of disease,
yeah, I'm
and
sure people
nobody would
wouldn't.
ever eat here.
Yeah, that.
That's unfortunate.
I didn't say it was right, just that it's what happens.
No, you're right. You are correct.
So, Barty's doing
Don't you hate
paperwork. Warren's returning to go do something. So let's do Torgan's thing and Warren, and then go do Barty. All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit. All right.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Watch the VOD.
Oh yeah, this will be super fascinating.
Yep.
I assure you. So,
All right. You go up to the Dwarven Temple.
yes, the first place of Torgan's temple run. So I head up the street to the Temple of Torag, and I tell Lunas to keep close and be a good boy. He doesn't understand me yet, but I mean, I've got some animal handling.
Yeah, it's all right.
And I'll mosey on in and look as pleasantly as I can to the first dwarf to actually pay attention to the 6'6" half orc and fucking dinosaur that just walked through the door.
Righto. It should be immediately. They're not blind.
I kind of figured we're not exactly inconspicuous.
Well, after that brief moment of staring him down, he'll go, "What do you want?"
Good afternoon. I was hoping to speak to an armorsmith on behalf of my little friend here, and also possibly speak to your brewmaster, and in the hopes of procuring ale barm for a bakery in the area. So in other words, I've come to speak to 2 men about business, if they have the time, sharp coin. My diplomacy's only a 16.
Sorry, let me add some. I'll get back to you on that, Warren. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
All right.
Are you talking about the? Are you talking about Maeve?
The one that's been teleporting us around.
Oh, Magistix.
Yes, I could not remember her name for the life of me.
Sorry, you say wizard lady. I'm like, there's a lot of people that fit that description.
I know, but I couldn't think of her actual title.
Yeah. So yeah, the dwarf will. Sorry, I'm doing nature checks on the fucking dinosaur, which. Yeah, alright, yeah. Fucking good rolls on my part on this is helpful for you, I guess.
I'm surprised this dwarven cleric has knowledge nature. Good on him. I'm good on him.
He's not necessarily a cleric. You're in a temple. It's filled with dwarves.
Yeah, okay. I guess I was being classist.
Yeah. Besides, as the music indicates, the hammering of the anvils and the humming of their choir indicates that there are people at the constant hour of worship here, worshiping. So, yeah, he immediately identifies what your little thing is, asks you how long you had it, and yeah, he suggests, he's just a smith that can make barding for you.
I'll answer him honestly that I found this little fella injured in whatever the fuck the name of it was, park, about 2 days ago, and he's been following me around ever since. So I felt he needed at least some basic level protection if he's going to be sticking around. And so yes, I will speak to one of their local armor smiths. It's a temple of Torag. They've got oodles and oodles and caboodles of crafters.
Yes,
And
some of them are playing the anvil right now.
And because this armor is not necessarily going to last very long, and making it non-magical, making it masterwork would make the construction take an obscene amount of time because mundane crafting is stupid. And I have a spell called Masterwork Transformation. I can make it masterwork myself later if I need to.
Neat.
So and also, Baby Unis is not going to be attacking. So the proficiency penalty, not a big deal. So I'd like to just commission some just standard quality studded leather for him. Or actually no. I can get pretty much the same stats out of a hide shirt because he only has a +4 dexterity right now anyway. So yeah, by the time he outgrows it, it'll be fine. And that'll only set me back 40 gold pieces.
Alright, yeah, the dwarf as you're like, hold on, wait. A hide shirt, and he's like, alright, just go down in quality, I guess. And, yeah, you just take some measurements, and he'll tell you to come back in a few days when he makes it.
Of course. And, yeah, I can't... Like I said, he's gonna grow out of this armor. He's going to, so I don't want to spend too much on this. Once he grows up, I'll be back to buy the real armor.
He goes, oh, okay, you just want some cheap leather. That'll only be like 40 gold then, mate.
Exactly. This is just his training wheels, if and you will.
Yeah, if you want, just come by later today. I'll have something cut out for him.
Wonderful. You already have some quality hides available. Excellent.
Yeah, quality.
Well, quality enough. It's not masterwork, I know that. Suitable hides. You have suitable hides available. So that'll cost me 4 of my platinum coins.
Yeah, you'll take it.
There we go, splendid. I'll go ahead and pay in advance so that there's no question. And I'll come back either later today or first thing tomorrow, depending on how my schedule plays out.
He says, hand me another...
Thank
He tells you, hand me like 25 more gold, I'll send you a message the second it's ready.
25 gold for a message is a little steep.
It is.
Yeah, I'll respectfully decline that particular offer, and like I said, he said come by later today, so
yeah.
I'll come by just after supper, or if I'm unable to do so tonight, I will come by just after breakfast tomorrow.
He goes, alright. Should be today or tomorrow at the very least. See you then.
See you then, sir. Thank you kindly. And then I will seek out a brewmaster for that sick dwarven ale they brew, which must produce quality ale barn. Assuming every bakery in the fucking 5-block radius hasn't already bleached them dry. I'd like to get in on that game. Because you're not going to find good ale barm anywhere else better than a dwarven temple.
Well, that's honestly arguable, but yeah. there's plenty of races that make alcohols.
No, I know, but the dwarves are famous for their dwarven ale specifically, and I want ale because
Yeah.
it produces. That's going to produce the good barm.
You gotta have yourself some risky rye bread. Yeah.
Apparently, I do. I just know that if you use beer barm, you get that hoppy flavor in your bread. It's not quite as good.
Yeah.
Ale barm.
Beer.
That's where.
I actually quite like beer bread, but yeah.
Historically, the medieval man who wanted a white wheaten loaf, he liked ale barm.
Yeah.
So I've got to speak to these people, and then I got to go to the Temple of Erastil to speak to the people who worship Erastil's wife, the goddess of agriculture, and see about getting some good grain. And potatoes. So, yeah, no, Torgon's got a whole temple run of talking to the clergy and trying to organize deals.
As it is, talking to the brewmaster is something that you'd have to schedule for in an almost seemingly indefinite way. That they'd be like, yeah, I guess if you want to talk to the brewmaster, we could see if he's free in about 3 or 4 years. Does that sound good to you?
I don't suppose he has any apprentices.
Okay, yeah, no, I just bother one of those fucks.
I said, it's a simple matter of procuring ale barm. It shouldn't necessarily require the brewmaster's attention. I simply don't know the way to your brewery and don't feel comfortable wandering about unattended.
So yeah, some dwarves will look at each other and they'll just get some young dwarfs towards you.
Excellent.
The boy barely has a beard. It's nay but 4 feet. It's nothing. It's just very brightly colored. He's young.
Righto. I'll follow him at a respectful distance, but not really.
No, they bring
go
him
out
to
of
you.
my way to. Oh, they bring it to me. Splendid. So yes, I'll repeat my request for what must be like the 4th or 5th time at this point to the 4th or 5th person, but that's fine. It's the way it goes.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's life, man.
Oh, I know. Don't I know it?
Yeah, the kid, honestly, I say kid, he's probably older than you still.
Probably. Torgon's only 20.
Yeah. So, the kid, mentally, questions the request when, honestly, it's just better off drinking.
You don't drink the barm. It's a byproduct of ale production.
No, you can drink the barn.
I mean, you can, but it makes excellent bread.
Yep.
And I'm surprised that you haven't had a similar request from any other local bakers.
Well, I mean, I've tried the two. It's just why eat that as a solid when you can just drink your meal?
Well, other cultures, I suppose, value bread a bit more highly. The humans love it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, a good roll of some of your potatoes, it's great, but it's not really any different than, rye or like sourdough. Give me that. I agree, that's good stuff, mate. He's just arguing about bread with you. That's what's happening.
Yep, apparently he is. Torgon will espouse how the current market values among the humans, which are the predominant, denomination of the region at the time.
Yeah, you
are
brought in Prophet. He's like, oh, Prophet, yeah, you're speaking my language.
Yes. The bread that's selling the best is the white wheaten loaf, which is generally made with ale barm and quality grain, and I sort of look left and right and then mutter sort of quietly, or if you're crafty, you can stretch it out by adding some good taters to the mix. Stretch out your wheat supply.
So I do appreciate that Torgan, as like a player, has like this otherworldly knowledge of how to be. Like I'm not blaming. I'm totally fine with it. I just love that you're like the inspiration for industrial, like revolutionizing the cooking industry. He's like, potato bread. That sounds silly.
I actually learned it from a 17th century cookbook.
Yeah, I know,
So
but
it's
so yeah, I understand. There's a lot of like weird Pathfinder cultures that are skewing some things too. Like they have
we have guns.
yeah, you have guns. You have a sewer system. There is a machine in the sewer, for example. Not that you know that yet, but there's a machine in the sewer for cleaning water. But the river is filthy. Like,
Yeah, no, Torgan has a lot of problems with the city and a lot of ideas. Why did I have to take a fucking rank of profession cooking? Because apparently we were being handed a pub partnership.
No, that happened because of what you did. Don't blame that.
Oh, all right, never mind. This is all my fault, and I accept that.
I'm fine with this. It's fun to me, and the party has other stuff that they'll be doing. So, you start talking profits, and we'll have you hit the other things in a bit. Warren, you are later that night as Torgan.
Right back.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, people are. Yeah, feel free to stretch if you have to, guys.
Actually, during the day, there's one other thing that I want to try and do.
Go on then.
Find magistrix.
That's such an impossible task. Be my guest.
I know, but hey, might as well try.
I'd like to find the person in this giant metropolis of a city, the person who can teleport everywhere.
Well, I mean,
No, that's fine.
my reasoning is, she has found us twice.
It's not hard to find you. She can scry you.
Yes, I know. But she knows we are working on a job. So maybe it'll be that much easier to find her. Or at the very least, go to a government building and ask for her.
Yeah, that's fair. So the second one happens to expedite this process.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fuck it, I'll go to the goddamn castle or the center of the city if I have to. Just find someone that knows
in the offices,
where to find her.
They'll tell you to go to Magistix's tower.
Can you point me in the right direction?
Okay, do you see the map? And do you see in Magistic's rule? Do you see that open space of that one little dot there?
Oh, she's one of those types of people. Got it. Well, guess I'm going there.
Alright.
And hoping that I don't need an invitation.
Well, I mean, stepping on her massive lawn doesn't explode you or anything, but by the time you get up to the tower, I think you'll find that there's a door there, and, opening stuff is hard, apparently.
I mean, I'll just knock on the door. I'm not going to break in. Never mind.
So, you knock on the door. Fucking, what are these things called? You knock on the door. I'm so angry that this is happening, because you're gonna overreact. A skeleton opens the door! It's not really like it's not exhibiting is the word I'm looking for. It's not exhibiting any emotions or anything. It's just performing a task.
So you're not gonna try and kill me?
It doesn't respond to that. It'll start closing the door.
I'm looking for Magistrix.
It'll cross its arms.
Why can nothing be simple in this? I am here working for Lord Recluse, and I require her assistance.
It'll cross its arms.
Are we about to play charades?
Damn, this stupid thing. It will cross its arms. When I say cross its arms, I'm not doing like it's pouting. It's making an X.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I thought it was just being an asshole.
No, I should have specified. It's just making an X.
Not at home, I take it?
It nods as best as it can.
Can you leave a note with her?
It'll close the door. I'm staring at you.
Alright. Gonna pull out a bit of paper and scribble down a note. And slide it under the door. Please give it to her when she gets back.
All right, like by the time you're surely gone, well at a distance, you might hear the door open and just the camera it has a note and a quill for you. You're not here. It closes the door.
Does it see the note at its foot?
I mean, even if it doesn't, she'll find it.
Okay.
Hooray! It really is mindless. It's programmed to do certain tasks. Programmed with magic, quote unquote. It's not a
hate
robot.
that type of wizard.
Yeah.
After that, I'll head back to the.
Even if you didn't kill it, the fact that it's just really dumb, it can only respond to certain things.
No. I'll head back to the Nightingale.
I mean, it's nice that you didn't break it. Not that that would really have set her back that much. Like making a 1 HD of skeletons, like.
Oh yeah, I didn't think it would, but at the same time, kind of don't want to get on her bad side.
Yeah, I mean, you hear the way she talks. Everyone's on her bad side.
Well, even further on her bad side.
Yeah.
I just figured she was apathetic towards us.
Yeah, that's correct. But she's a woman, so it's automatically bad side.
I
people are.
am not going to agree with that simply because
Demonetized.
Yeah, demonetized. No, I'm just making fun of how people are. You know,
Yeah.
a girl can do the same thing as a guy, and it's viewed as more emotionally charged.
But, well, after that, I'll head back to the Nightingale and
Yeah.
wait for my appointment, I suppose, if it ever arrives.
Yeah, it will. But let's go to Barty. What are you doing, mate?
I'm just gonna go do my day job. I figured if I'm gonna be killed, I might as well be killed with just a lot of witnesses.
That's fair. Give me a perception check, Barty.
Alright. Here's why I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, another 20. He can't stop. He's never not gonna stop succeeding. No,
There you go.
it seems pretty
That's
good.
that's a normal roll.
Yeah. Let me check what your bonus is, so I'm curious what you rolled. 12 plus 6? Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't going to change anything. I was just curious how good your perception is offhand, because memory bad.
Well,
I know, I saw you roll a nat 20, and it was like 23, but no, it's really 26. My memory is that bad, I can't remember what you rolled an hour ago.
keep in mind, I have no ranks of perception. It's not a class skill. I just have the alert feat.
That doesn't,
From my cat.
doesn't affect perception.
Alert?
No, the trained or untrained, it doesn't affect perception.
Class skill is what he was talking about. He doesn't get that sick +3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I he has to have ranks in it because he has a +6. I meant
No,
to.
but I have the alert feat.
Yeah, it's +2, isn't it?
Let me take a look at this real quick.
Alert should
Pretty
be.
sure it's 2.
Yeah, alert should be 2,
Hold
and
on.
it goes to 4 when you have 10 ranks in it.
Give me a second. It's +2, and then I believe it's the elvish thing that gives me the extra.
Oh, okay, I see. That's right, I forgot. You have that keen ears or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, never mind. Sorry. So yeah, it could be better. Wow.
Yeah, elves are like the gods of like
I noticed
perception.
that.
If they are wisdom based, at least.
Yeah, I know. In 3.5, you could like always see the hidden doors.
What do your elf eyes see?
Yeah.
Oh.
Same thing as your humanized dick, right? So, while you're doing paperwork, you notice trying to find a good way to word this without just like force feeding you answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
While you are doing paperwork, you notice a mysterious. Excuse me. Let me mute myself to cough real loud. Alright, now I'm back. You notice from an earlier paperwork, there is one that is written in the same exact handwriting as that one, but it's by a completely different organization.
Okay, so these organizations have the same bookie. Wait, what? Wait, what are we talking about? What paperwork is written the same as another paperwork?
It is orders for ion stones from the wizarding school, and then a second copy of a. I don't want to say it's a shipyard, but it's like for caravan trade. What is it called?
Okay, ion stones. Wait,
Specifically,
how
specifically,
many?
specifically
Okay,
the no longer charged ion stones, dead ion stones.
how many are we talking here?
Mm, a crate or two, which is in the hundreds because they're tiny little rocks.
You can torch it.
Okay, so I think we know exactly what they were doing with this. And the other one, and for this
It's
shipping company is this
the
as the.
the first one is that you saw was from the academy,
Mm-hmm.
from an order for from another kingdom, going through the government as an approval thing because they're ordering a fuckload of, while really not that magical, still something that has to be moderated rocks in the quantity that they ordered it for.
Mm.
And then you found a shipping company that has the same order but is not made to deliver. Like, they're not the in between. They just also made the same order.
Okay, and does it look like? And it looks like it's made by the same person.
Yeah, it makes it look, they're almost identical, really.
What name's written on the this order? Who signed this?
The Academy one is approved by OSC and yeah. So yeah, it should be Selenia. The signatures on the Academy one should be Selenia, OSC, and Magistrix as a final approval, and the other one for the shipyard is a Ringo.
Oh, Ringo. Is his last name Star?
No, just a Ringo.
Oh, his name is Ringo.
Yeah. But by all
Okay.
means, you can still make the joke. It's fine.
But the real question is there's does it give a name of who filled this paperwork out? I would assume it would somewhere.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so sus. It's implying that like Oscar or Selenia, or rather, made the thing. Oscar approved it. Someone else approved that, and then Aringo made his thing in the exact same writing style as Selenia, and it's the same order, and it's
It's forged.
yeah, essentially it's a clone. It's copied, but altered to do something. Like it has the approvals. It's technically approved, even though it's not. It's like a Ringo only has his signature as the final approval, but it's in such a way that it would trick the system thinking, yeah, we were getting twice the order for this rather than just the one.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep this for my I'm gonna
You just
write all this. I'm gonna write
smuggle
all
it in your
this down
pants.
I'm gonna write all of it down for my own records, and then who's in charge in my place where I'm at?
Probably just some overworked human office worker. Why?
No, I'm assuming there'd be like a top boss,
Oh, you mean at the very top boss?
or somebody that I could talk to, kind of top boss, like
Oh, yeah,
somebody who's in.
that's then yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's just your manager, really. He talks to someone else somewhere else.
All right, I'm gonna bring this to his attention.
All right.
Because the more record there is of this happening, the better chance I have of it actually getting taken care of, not just by us, but also keeping a paper trail will help in case somebody tries to blame us.
The overworked office manager that you're talking to here is gonna go. Well, that's a bit interesting, but it's not like they're still like it's just ion stones. Like, what's the problem, mate?
Ion stones are what caused that mass summoning in the park the other night.
All right, so I'll send this up to my manager, and we'll hopefully get that to Reclo then. Eh?
Good plan.
Right. Thanks for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah. Does he actually look like he's going to do it, or does he look like he's fucking with me?
I mean, you can sense motive if you want.
Sure, I'll make a straight wisdom check.
You're talking to a lawyer, mate. It's hard to tell when they're ever saying is true.
Okay, right here's my sense motive. An 11.
Yeah, so maybe. I mean, he is taking the papers and stuff, but you know, since you never got a hunch, I know as a player you're going to be forever paranoid that he's bullshitting you.
Oh, I'm gonna go in and my cat's gonna jump off my shoulder and follow him. I mean, I don't think I've told anybody at my job that I'm a witch. They probably just think it's my pet.
Yeah, that being said, he's probably still just gonna, if you were to do something sneaky, I'm sure he wouldn't want the cat to see him because
That's right.
Crimes have been
cat-
solved through weird things in Pathfinder. There's a whole D&D module where the players are supposed to ask the fish in a fishbowl who the killer is.
That's okay. My cat is also going to stealth while it follows him.
There we go.
So let me roll this stealth score. I mean, it's not a very good one, but hopefully
it's just
hopefully...
a lawyer. It's not like. That being said, yeah, they got skill points, but man,
so
what are the odds?
So let's see if he can beat that 25.
I don't know. Maybe he can. Nah. So I mean, not that you can see, but nah. Why would I? So yeah, you just follow him, and is the cat gonna follow the next guy he hands it to? Like, when is this gonna stop?
When it gets to the final person.
The cat is not gonna be able to get to hold her claw. You know that.
Oh, is it? If it's going that far, I mean, obviously she's not gonna like. I'd assume it was staying in the building. Like if he's actually being handed off to people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna go to someone, hand it off, and that guy's gonna go deliver it to someone.
Okay. Like I'm assuming he has to tell that person who to deliver it to.
Well, yeah, but your cat can't respond to like you just get images, not words.
Well, I can get like an image of good or image bad. Bad would be no, he didn't.
Well, then yeah, just good. I figured the cat wouldn't be able to be like, follow Mr. Montgomery. He's the next guy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's not going to be able to. The cat's not going to be able to be like, and yes, so
yes, I mean,
he
he
gave it off to Mr. Montgomery.
Until next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, next level I'll get that ability. But this one it can just go, yes, good, as in he sent it off to somebody at the very least, and it seemed like the right person, or no, bad. He went and tried to throw it in a fire.
Alright. Torgan, you go to the other temples and get your ingredients, and you head back to Agam's child daycare center.
Oh, good. They were all open for the sponsorship. Lovely.
I mean, yes, assuming that you're gonna give them money, they're fine with it.
Of course.
Yeah.
They can easily. It shouldn't cost much. I'm not asking for anything exotic. Root vegetables, wheat, flour, and ale barm. But also, while I'm at the Temple of Erastil, I'd like to inquire about the abilities of their local druids, because there's a very useful spell if you're looking for not only food, but lumber. It's a very useful spell that I can't cast.
They'll inform you that they do have some competent clerics. The druids that come through here are just more visitors. They don't actually have that many people that tend to city life so much.
Right, I was surprised to find a Temple of Erastil at all. But if at some point if they have any druids that tend to the temple grounds somewhat regularly, I would be very interested in speaking with one, because I'd like to at least get a climbing beanstalk on the premises for our personal use, so we can get beans without having to go anywhere. So I would be interested in procuring one of those. It's a simple enough spell, and has no costly material components.
Actually, I think I did add... Oh, sorry, you said costly. Sorry, never mind. Yeah, because I was thinking, isn't the material component a bean?
Yes,
Yeah,
it has no costly material component.
Yeah, I missed the word costly. was thinking, like, you still gotta get a B, not that that's expensive to get, but yeah. So, yeah, so you walk back into Agam's daycare center.
Sure, we'll do that now.
Well, I assume you do, considering you got the approval from everyone, since you're offering them a fair sum.
Alright. I'll return to Agam and give him an update and see how he's doing with the Chirin.
Considering he does not beat the children, they're gonna seem more, I don't want to say hyper, but more active than you would probably see other apprentices. But they are in line, if that makes sense to you.
Right.
He's
Right.
just having them do the most mundane of tasks, like sweeping and washing, and that's about it.
Okay, yeah, we can afford to have climbing beanstalk cast. Very good. Well, I can afford it, I guess I should say. Realized I may have asked for something I couldn't afford, but I can.
Okay.
So I'll take a seat and give Agam a brief rundown on what I've been able to acquire. Tell him that we've got root vegetables, good white wheat flour, ale balm, and currently that's it. I'm working on getting easy access to plentiful beans in our own backyard. And perhaps not today, because I should draw up a proposal, but I should ask Devrin, because if anyone would know the state of local lumber yards, it would be Devrin. I need to ask him if anyone's had the same idea that I have about the reusable nature and renewability of the climbing beanstalk.
So there's probably not lumber yards in the city. They probably just export that.
Hmm,
I mean, it is a trade city.
that's fair.
You've got a Home Depot, but no lumber yard.
Alright.
Being said, yeah, Devrin is still your guy, right, Devrin?
Of course, I know every little detail about this city.
You are the only one with knowledge local. You are always the guy. I'm sorry, it's the way the rules are.
I can't wait till next level when my familiar can speak to me.
So as Torgan's giving a rundown and having ideas, the kids learn the value of the floors. Please, mister, we've cleaned them. They're not shining. It's wood. They can't shine. Not with that attitude. So, Warren, you... Yeah, I guess, yeah, she'll approach the Nightingale. You see a... hold on. What's... I got an image for her. I just gotta remind myself what she looks like. Been a while since I made this. It's one of these images, I swear. Also, real unfortunate is, now is the time that would have passed for you guys to have gone back to the Carnival of Kyrgyz.
More interested in continuing my plans of turning this into Vice City.
Yeah.
Did we have any more business at the fairgrounds?
I mean, not necessarily, but I figured you guys would be curious about certain questions. Like,
yes, I'd love to ask why there's dinosaurs running around the park.
Yeah, like that.
I mean, if they live there, then that seems like something I can ask a park ranger anytime. The restaurant thing sort of popped up, and that's on my plate now.
That's fair. This is not what Maeve looks like. I'm just putting this down because my file is broken, and I want to see what this looks like. Yeah, alright. Sorry, for some reason, certain images will break on my computer, but they're still completely uploadable just fine.
I'll be honest, she seems a bit fighty for a maid. If I'm going to be honest.
I'll have Maeve hit you if you want, since I just described it as not her. Oh,
But no, I mean, I'm not saying that's her, but a maid.
yeah.
You know, hey, I understand some people may be into that.
Yeah, it's a real shame you didn't roll higher, so I could tell you the jokes I wrote. I'm not
If
sure.
you want, I can take a 20.
Yeah.
And you can tell them all.
Yeah, that's still not gonna give you everything, but hey.
28?
Oh, 28. Oh. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
while you're waiting.
What skill is this?
Knowledge local, just to make him happy.
Yeah.
I don't. Can you take 20 on that? 'Cause you can only take 20 on stuff. There's no penalty for retries.
I mean,
Yeah. He's technically right. You just have to roll, but.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it would take a long time. You'd have to study and stuff in like a library, which it's gather information, etc. But really, the one line I wanted to say, because you're talking about fighty for a maid, is where is this? Yeah, the guild prides itself that a customer may safely enjoy their services it provides and will only end up battered, bereft of money and clothing, and otherwise ill-abused in an alley in the waste at midnight, is if that is their personal taste. So.
Well, I mean, you gotta respect them for sticking to a code.
Yeah. That's Maeve. Maeve is a somewhat elderly-looking elf with, again, she's still described as beautiful by many people, but Mrs. Maeve is getting on in years, and her hair is a bit more whiter than it used to be when she was like blonde and young. She's wearing glasses now, for example, the great fucking 1 gold item that shows that she's rich.
Yes, the glasses compared to those possible diamond studs in her ears.
That's the earrings. They're all like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she enters and she approaches. I assume you made it look like only you can be it, right?
Yeah.
I'm
the only one wearing a nice suit in this tavern, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Everyone else is a part of the Thieves Guild, so probably look like they sooner stab you than possibly have a drink with you.
Alright, she goes up to you. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. Someone asked me why am I still playing dwarf music?
Because it's dwarf music.
Yeah, because it's dwarf music.
It's
good. Sorry. It's so background music, I forgot it was in the background.
I mean, it reminds me of a normal day. Me being out in the forge.
Yeah. So, now that our glorious BGM is gone, I assume she can take a seat. I'm not sure how comfortable you've made this for her.
Oh yeah, I'll offer her a seat. I'm not. It's not like a middle of a mob shakedown.
Yeah, I know, but
it's purely a business proposition that will be beneficial for both of us.
All right.
Hopefully.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. She sits down then. She's demonstrating proper etiquette. Her hands are clasped in a way to show that they are free of weapon and stuff. Like they're over the table at all times, etc.
Well, it is a pleasure to finally meet you. Can I get you a drink?
I was just going to talk as her, but I'm going to specify she because my voice. So she responds to that in kind of no, thank you. You said you had. I was informed, rather, though I believe it was you who said it, that there's a protection proposition here.
Business offer, I prefer the term. But I know that since you come into the new name for your business, it's been attacked on more than one occasion.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
She repeats herself.
Right. Well, I harbor no ill will towards you. In fact, I very much so respect your line of work, and
I
I would like
paraphrase.
to offer you a partnership. There are 2 other floors to this tavern. Well, 3 technically, but I'm assuming you wouldn't want to work in the basement.
She's just staring at you. Unhappy, I should add, I guess. But that's kind of a default.
Is it just my personality that makes people unhappy?
No, it's what you're saying.
Oh, well. Anyways, my point is, it's a safe place for you and your colleagues to work.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll sense motive because it's a thing they can do, and shit. Sorry, what's the age penalties for an elf? When do they hit that sweet spot of dying? No, yeah, I guess I fail just by a little bit, really. So that's unfortunate. So she's still gonna eye you up, and she's going to mention that the housekeepers do not need your kind of protection.
I mean that. I think my neighbor just got home and he may be drunk.
You mean in real life, or?
Well, anyways, that may be the case.
No, I was just making sure. Was that in character, or are you all right there?
No, that was out of character. I believe my neighbor is
Oh.
home and I believe he is drunk off his ass.
Sorry, because you were still doing the voice. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
You get in the zone. I know. It was
That
so
may be
left.
the case.
It was so left field. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to this.
Sorry. That may be the case, but it is always better to have a safe place for your associates to go. Well, look around. They may not look like the friendliest bunch, but well, on a good day you can get a decent conversation out of them. I am so sorry I forgot to introduce myself. Where are my manners? It has...
She'll respond going, I know who you are. I've seen the card.
still. It's polite. That is my offer. As a way for us both to make a bit more money. And further other goals that I'm sure a woman as esteemed as you certainly has.
Oh, yeah, she'll stand up and say, then let me see these rooms.
Of course. Stand up. Follow me. It's 2 other floors of, I mean, what you would expect from a high-end tavern.
Yeah, this is room. Yeah, fine. And she'll go, and how much do you charge for one of these rooms?
Fuck, let me look that up.
It's 1 copper to 10 gold, depending on how fancy the room is. That's the listed price in Pathfinder. 10 gold, mind you, is like incredibly fancy. Like that's what a noble sleeps in for a night.
Alright, no, alright.
Like that shit has like a bath in it and stuff.
A gold piece for the 3rd floor. 5 silver for 2nd floor. Depends on how comfortable a guest wants to be. But for you and your associates, I am more than willing to come to an agreement.
Yeah, so she'll go. If you're willing to give a discount to the Housekeepers Guild, then perhaps they might find themselves using it more often than alternative means, but you should be aware that when it comes to someone wanting to have a room cleaned, they tend to choose a rather cheap option, as much of their funding is already going into paying for the room being cleaned.
I understand that completely. And if someone were to arrive here under those particular circumstances, all they would have to do is request a room, possibly work out a particular phrase for them to say, and it'll be given at a discount.
She'll inform you that that's really up for one of her housekeepers to decide then. So
Of course.
you should, if you want to, feel free to advertise. Sorry, I was gonna audition's the word coming to mind, but that's super incorrect. She goes, feel free to advertise it to them then, as if you really want the help, why don't you just try renting him hourly?
I find this to be more fun.
Creepy.
Yeah. So
I know what I said.
she'll begin to take her leave.
And I said what I was thinking.
Barty somewhere in the distance is like, I don't know what's happening, but Deverin's being gross. I can feel it. So I mean, you just kind of. I mean, I'm not saying prevent her from walking away, but you're gonna say anything else to her as she leaves.
Have a good night, madam.
Right. Wow, fucking Jesus! You people are spot on at making the wrong words. She goes, "It's Mrs., not Madam." She'll start walking.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Madam
boy.
with me is a sign of respect.
Not to me.
I meant nothing but respect.
Yeah.
Great. It's just the fucking way you say things are the worst.
Yep.
I meant nothing but respect. Just
Yay, Scottish accent, always
Yeah.
creepy.
the dirty eyes. Well, of course it's creepy there. She's an elf. It reminds her of the dwarves. So, so yeah, she'll take her leave, man. And I mean, you still came away with the knowledge that she's not outright against it. You're just gotta learn to advertise to the people, which
Oh no, I'll be entirely honest. I got exactly what I wanted and what I needed.
yeah, which was to upset her, right?
My goals reach
con-
further than
You've
upsetting
confirmed
and
that she's
creeping
not
her.
the blind elf from earlier. You've crossed out one elf on the list of thousands.
If she's upset, so be it.
Well, Barty, it's getting laid out for your character as people have gone about their days.
Yep.
Anything you do, or just to the sack?
I mean, with all this crap going on, I guess I should set up some kind of warning system for myself.
Yeah. Which
So-
kind of real warning system are we thinking here?
So, in the effort, I mean, not in the effort, in the idea of being as cheap and easy as possible, I take a string and set it up with a bell attached to it.
Amazing. Not even going with my glorious fish hook plan. That's fine.
I don't have a fish hook in my
It's
my
fine.
inventory.
It's fine. I'm just joking around with you.
I know that was why I was saying it in such a way. I remember us having the conversation.
That's all good. That's useful too. Give me perception as you're sleeping. Have fun.
Yeah. I wish elves were just like in 5e. I mean, it's not a nat 20, but
No, and your 13 perception should be enough for you to.
23.
Not 13. You're sleeping.
Oh, my bad. I
So
totally forgot about that.
your 13 should be. You sleep with your eyes wide open. I'll let you take the feet if you want.
Nah, I think I could. If I take the feet, I take the feet, but
Yeah.
I probably won't do that.
13 is still enough to wake you up because the bell jingles as a person tries to enter your abode. So enough time for you to not be completely helpless. So that's a bonus.
All right. Mage armor. Obviously.
All right. And in the dark of your derelict office building, you hear a creaking of the floorboards.
Great. People aren't usually here this late, right?
No. Also, you live in a derelict office building. I assume there's not that many squatters because you already squat there.
Technically, yeah. Fuck. Wait a second. Why would somebody be here? Are they still trying to get into my little area?
It's not like they know exactly where you're. Like, you can hear something moving around, but it hasn't gotten to your specific area. I assume you made the front entrance, like the biggest, obvious entrance to this building, the trapped one, rather than just
Yeah.
your front door, because that would give you like no time to react.
Obviously.
So
Yeah, yeah.
they're either just, yeah, maybe there's another squatter and they just don't know you're here, or could simply be the fact that they're searching for you but don't know where you are in this little complex, which like office cubicle you are in or whatever.
No problem. What do I do here? Is there a window near me?
I assume you're on the second floor or something, so that rooms, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could jump out the window if you'd like, but you're jumping
How
out
high
a
up on the
window.
floor?
Second floor.
How high up?
That's like just a couple. Like you take a d6 at most.
I take no damage because I have a constant feather fall.
Yeah. So, but what I'm hearing is you're abandoning whatever crap you have in your room, essentially.
I mean, I have everything in my bag ready to go. I grab my bag and I jump.
Okay, that's fair. I figured you might have personalized your room with knickknacks or something. Nothing that's like important, but they're emotionally important.
Oh no, my character was ready to like get the hell out of Dodge at a moment's notice, especially if he actually got a chance to just straight up grab the particular item he needed and
Okay.
murk.
All right.
You know,
So you feather fall out into the alleyway then.
yep. And I am gonna go around to the front of the building.
All right. You're gonna get your string and bells. What I'm hearing.
No, oh no, I don't. I want to see who the hell this is. See if I can see him.
Okay, give me a perception in the midst of the dark night. I worded it like that because I was trying to think like it's nighttime and the building isn't lit up, so you're trying to see into the darkness. Really, I know you got
Yeah.
low light. I'm giving you the
It's not.
opportunity.
It's not the same as dark vision.
No,
Obviously.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, see,
Oh, well, there it is. There's the nat
yeah,
one.
I was thinking like you'd have to roll like a 12 or something because he's got like a kind of natural stealth going on, but it's too dark in there. You don't see him. Do you
Hey,
want
guess what I do have that does have dark vision.
your cat? And again, it can flash images to you then.
It can give like a general idea. Also, I'm pretty sure it can just like pick up its paw and point in a direction.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and then it's like because of the nat one is he points at you, but it's just like it's dark, I can't see. Sorry. You just if anything, it sees you're looking at it in the worst case scenario.
All right, fuck it.
Where do you see? I mean, I can still tell you what the cat sees. Um, it sees one of the red cloak boys with the gold masks.
Ah. Alrighty. Fuck that. I'm out of here.
All right, you begin skedoodling.
Yeah. Fuck that noise. All right. Let's see. Who is the most likely to keep me safe? I'm heading to that bar.
All right. So, Deverin, as your bar's cleaned up and you're just sitting there questioning like what your next step in your plan should be. I assume there's a knock on the door.
I mean, it's a bar, right? Can I just walk into the bar?
I mean,
Oh yeah, the bar's still open.
Oh, bar's still open. Well,
It's a thieves guild bar. It's open all
Yeah.
night.
okay.
Yeah, we don't know the meaning of the word closed.
There.
When's last call?
Yes.
Yeah. When's last call? Well, the world hasn't ended yet, but around that time.
Yeah. So you see me just walk into the bar. I come over to you.
Wait, this is a surprise.
Yes. Well, you see the place I was staying at.
Back up. Time out. Flag on the field.
Yes.
Please tell me you weren't actually squatting somewhere.
No, I just my elvish
Technically-
confused with it with the comment.
Yeah. It's the elvish
Sorry.
elvish thing.
Sorry for
So,
joking. We've already elvish talk.
Technically, no. I mean, I work there. I just was working very late.
And also in the building next to it, you work there. Don't you? I'm just double checking here that we're not confusing things. Out of character.
Yeah. No. My character is lying horribly.
just-
Yeah,
I'm
he
just-
was
I'm
he
just
was
making
clearly squatting. You can tell right away.
Yeah.
That's clearly what he was doing.
Sorry, I don't want to ruin things. I just want to make sure people don't get actually confused out of character.
Yeah, no problem.
And you judge me for eating purified trash.
I would love it.
I'm judging both of you.
Can Torgan just be here having a drink then?
I wish I was. I have no reason to do that.
I'm sorry that I don't eat trash food.
No, he's not here. He's not here.
You think you're better than me, but not, broke bitch.
That's actually legitimately how my character works. He legitimately is definitely broke and technically no longer a noble until he restores his name. But yes, he does think he's better than everybody. That's legitimately just how he is.
So as you shake your fist at the gods for not being better than you, we go back to you in this bar.
The gods aren't people. I don't go that far. He doesn't have a god complex yet.
The gods aren't
Yes.
people, which is funny in Pathfinder when like 90% of them are.
They started as people, but they aren't any longer. If you don't have a stat block, you're not a person.
Alright, so carrying on.
Alright, so you're squatting somewhere. Now why are you here?
Yes. You know those dudes with the red cloaks and the gold mask?
Yes. It's kind of hard to forget about him.
Yeah, one of them broke in, was coming to kill me. So I just kind of left.
Wait, do we know that? Someone tried to break into your building.
The cat
And
saw it.
your first thought was to come here.
My first thought was to go somewhere where people are less likely to try and kill me. Also, you guys have rooms, and I figured, fuck it. At this point, I've got a job that pays me enough that I can actually hole up here.
It does not.
Huh? What'd you say?
I
It
don't know
does
if I.
not pay enough.
I'm
How
not
much-
sure if I should be insulted or
Wait, why
or
is that?
honored.
Why would that be insulting?
I mean, your first thought when someone's trying to kill you, you run here. So
Yeah, you know the it's the same people that are also trying to kill you.
I mean, but I kind of have a way around that.
Yeah, you have large amount of numbers.
No, I can turn myself into someone else.
Just tell the world, why don't you?
Yeah. I did not know that until you told me.
Well, what do you think the Thieves Guild is good for?
I figured it was for hiding.
Alright.
Are you guys not going to Are you guys not going to let me buy a room here?
No, you're not allowed to buy a room.
That sucks.
Talk to the barkeep. He'll give you a key for the second door on the right, third floor.
Okay.
Third floor. Fuck. Shit. Big spender.
I'm guessing third floor is more like storage.
No, third floor is the nicest.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said it's a gold for the third floor, 5 silver for the second floor, or
Yeah.
1 electrum if you use that stupid fucking coin.
That's
Look,
not. That's
we
fine.
don't accept that currency here. Get that shit out of here.
Pathfinder.
Isn't that-
Pathfinder
isn't
doesn't
that a-
have Electrum.
Yeah, that's
Good.
5e.
Good. Nothing should have Electrum because it's horrible.
Listen, in my game, there's no Electrum, and the reason is because it's all used in electronics. Go ahead. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, I will take you up on that offer most graciously, and if I need to pay money, I will. But it's better than being alone and getting stabbed to death.
I'm thinking if you were squatting, they wouldn't expect to look for you in a expensive room.
I can also guarantee they also didn't see me leave, considering I jumped out a window.
I'll tell the boys to keep an eye out just in case.
Appreciate it. They're also not very stealthy, considering the first thing they did was open the front door, and set off a dumbass bell trap.
Well, would you
Also,
like a drink?
no, thank you. I don't drink. It doesn't work well for me.
Right.
I try to start fights, and let's face it, I shouldn't.
I mean, I'm not sure about that. As long as you know where to punch guy, should be able to hold your own.
I'm a fist fight man. Pretty sure a child could deck me.
I mean, I'm fairly certain I'm not much stronger than you, but I can still hold my own.
Anyway, moving on. I guess my character is going to take the opportunity to actually get some sleep in.
Yeah. Torgan,
Yes.
perception. You
All right.
sleeping man.
My evening got skipped. Oh no.
Oh, sorry. I just assumed your evening was catching up with the guy and talking about your plans.
Well, yes, but after the evening wears late at Agham's and the children have gone home, and I need to get back to the temple as well because Unis and I are, well, mostly me. I'm in the process of packing up my things and looking for somewhere I can live where it won't be so conspicuous that I have a dinosaur now, because Saren Ray does not have the animal domain, so that it looks weird now. Um, so I do have some packing to do, and I'm also going to try to write down some more of Mama's old recipes and other things I remember from living as a poor nomad in the orc tribe. Uh, so I can do a little scribe work before bed as well. And now I'll get that perception check for you. Now that my character sheet has loaded, yes. I'm sleeping. I cannot necessarily take 10. That sucks. 24.
So again, enough to wake you up. As you're sleeping with all your stuff boxed up, ready to move on to some next location. Oh, that's real unfortunate. Huh, that's super unfortunate.
No.
Wow, this almost seems mean. What's about to happen? So don't get too upset here, but you wake up to the sounds of fighting.
Oh no.
You can hear your clerics casting spells and stuff as wet bodily thumps are heard.
All right. I quietly wake Unis, and I tell him to stay close. I command him to stay close, rather.
Yeah.
Which is add 4 to this. Okay, well, sure. Just waste my natural 20, why don't you?
Yeah, no, I was fine with you just saying that, like, you stay close, and it's like, I command you to. Oh.
he doesn't know the heal trick yet, so I have to push him to perform a trick he doesn't know. Trick rules are a pain in the ass, but they're there. But I succeed, obviously. So at this point, I'm gonna pull a Barty, but from the first floor. And yeah, we were planning on leaving anyway. I'll see if I can also save one of the dairy goats, my favorite dairy goat, on the way out.
I just love the idea. But on the first floor, like, didn't you sleep in the what's the word? The
Sleep in the stables with the goats.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So yeah, there's not really it's not what you really call a window. It's more of a half wall.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just I'm gonna pull a Barty and you pick up like a crate and smash a hole in the back.
No.
You could just
If there's a window in the loft, then yeah, we can go out that. But
All
assuming the goats aren't under attack yet, I'll just take my favorite dairy goat and better be hitting the old dusty trail.
all right, so
And
go ahead and
I'll go see how Agam's doing. This late at night.
go ahead and sneak, my dude.
Cool. Come on, Unis. Unis is gonna use. Oh, he doesn't have that yet. Never mind. Unis is still a baby. Man, I kind of wish I didn't sleep in my armor right now because I'm suffering that armor check penalty. I feel like I should just take a 10. Fuck, Unis. Unis is going to attempt to assist because he's actually pretty good at stealth.
Just clinking everywhere, and the dinosaur's trying to hold it still.
Unis assist. Unis assists. And alright, he can't cast guidance yet, so that's a verbal spell. No, I shouldn't do it. Fuck. It's 14 unless I roll and hope for the best. 14's not high enough. Sobek, please. We did worse. 11 plus 2 is 13. I did slightly worse.
Oh!
Woo! You did worse.
Yeah.
Look at that -1.
Yeah, so it does not hear you over the sounds of the fighting from inside the temple.
Unis, Bessie, let's go.
Alright, you've abandoned the people who protected you and run off to the stoneworks.
What am I gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
They're dying by the dozen, it sounds like.
Fair enough. Alright.
I'm a cleric with a baby dinosaur. He's not level 7 yet. I can't fight. You don't understand.
Yeah, I figured you might have tried to subvert its... I guess, yeah, I feel like it is the smart thing to do, but I figured you might have liked these people for taking care of you.
No, I liked them. They're really cool, and I'm really upset that they're dead now.
Yeah.
But realistically, what was a level 4 cleric gonna do about it?
That's what I was saying. I figured maybe if you distracted it to go after you instead of them, but yeah, then it's going after you. I agree. Yeah, that's a problem.
Unis's armor isn't even done. You skipped my evening. I didn't get to pick up Unis's armor even.
I'm sorry. You can have that if you want.
I do.
Then you got it.
My babe.
All right. So
I'm scared for him. Totally just for him, though.
So we'll get back to your people in a bit. Deverin, as you're having one last nightcap before you're about to head out of the building, just unapologetically, a person in a gold mask walks into your building.
Well, I was wondering when you were about to show up.
I assume you give like a commander, some guy. You're rogues in here, you know. I'm wondering if you're.
Oh yeah, there's a dozen other rogues in here. I am not afraid for my life at all.
Yeah. So prepare to begin to be afraid for your life as it begins to walk towards you, and one of the rogues, you know, does a little trick and turns around and like stabs him from behind the stool that he was drinking at. You know, like he's the guy who like walks past them, like ignoring and like going for you. Then they start pulling out their daggers, trying to stab him in the back. And as they pull the daggers out from the cloth, kind of like black strand follows it, and it turns towards them and starts with like claw-like hands, like frail bird-like limbs almost. It brings its talons out from beneath the robe, revealing just like a strange darkness underneath, and it just starts wailing on their necks. So there you go.
Huh. Well. Okay then.
You're just. Do you say that as you're like going out the window, like?
I would go out the window, but then I remember the chap upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I hear this coming down in the place?
I mean, if you'd like to try and wake up again. So it's only
I'm
fair.
going
They're screaming now, right?
I'm going to yell for one of the guys to go get help as I throw 2 daggers at this thing.
If you'd like, Barty, you can wake up because, like I said, people are death rattling here.
Yes, I will definitely want to wake up.
Yeah. So you hear the screams and you're like, oh, my dreams suck. Oh, wait a minute.
May I throw the 2 daggers now?
Go ahead. Uh, 10 is not very good. Okay. As you throw the daggers, I will, I suppose what you see is one dagger just kind of goes into the back and it just seems completely unfazed by this. And one dagger, you get like, if this is sort of a sneak attack, it'd be good and everything, but it doesn't get sneak attack, sorry. The dagger goes through, like in the back of its head, and as it's like it jostles from the force of it, the mask kind of like goos off, like there's no face underneath. It's just some shadowy creature, and it takes the mask and like plops it back on to its face and towards you. The dagger just back and like it's sticking out of the back of its head. And again, what I sent after you was not nearly as bad. I think I sent the worst thing at Barty because Barty is a cult wizard. But Barty has a fucking bell and string, and my man can't be stopped with that. So
Well, I can't leave until I see Barty, so
the shadowy goo creature begins to try and go towards you, but fortunately you have droves of loyal people that are willing to try and stop this thing. And one of the smarter rogues goes, "Doesn't look like Naya's heard it, boys." So then he takes a bottle, he goes, "Let's bludgeon it to death," and he breaks the bottle to make sharpened glass.
Oh, someone give that man a promotion.
So, as he off-screen dies, as you watch in horror, Barney, what do you do?
I'm awake now?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Alright, he's downstairs. I hate to do this, but I guess I gotta pretend to be a hero. I will go downstairs.
Alright. So, by the time you get downstairs, this thing's like one move action away from getting to Devrin, but unfortunately, like 3 turns with the amount of people trying to protect Devrin. I have no idea why they are so loyal to you, man. And
I mean, who do you think was robbing all those houses?
Yeah, sorry, just coughing a lot. Barty, you see a shadowy kind of creature with frail, thin appendages and claws, and it's just leaking black goo everywhere.
Knowledge, Arcana, or Planes?
It's an aberration, so dungeoneering.
Well, fuck. I can do a straight knowledge check.
Devrin would know. He has the dungeoneering.
Yep. I will do the dungeoneering as I am pulling out the sword cane.
Go on, my dude.
Nice.
The sage is useful for something,
Yeah, man. Jeez.
but he can't tell me shit.
I'm trying to think of a good way toward this because the problem of this is. Oh, also a planes check works in case anyone, if you have that. No,
That's
okay,
good. It's gonna get for
no, that's fine. No, I was just.
Elgin.
That's fine. Oh wait, Eldrin rolled Arcana.
Yeah.
Ah,
Or sorry.
is it the same bonus?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's fine. So still nat 20. Yeah. So a shadow is usually a medium undead, but this is not an undead. This is something that has infused itself with shadows that ate away at its flesh and bone and left it with a consciousness, and it's essentially a tar monster.
Gross.
It is. I say it's essentially a tar monster because while it's not made of tar, it is made out of a living symbiotic shadow thing. It cannot be sneak attacked or dealt critical damage. That's the main bonus of it. Is it's got nothing for you to sneak attack. It's just one amorphous blob in the shape of a man.
All right.
But what it's weak to is bludgeoning it really hard. So if you got a hammer,
All right.
that'll do.
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't have one of those because I am a squishy mage.
Well, Devrin is sitting on a table.
How
Yes. Now,
many bottles of booze do I have in front of me?
How many have you been drinking, buddy?
I mean, I've just been sipping out of one glass.
One, I guess.
Well, I mean, I've had other people sitting with me.
Oh, fucking.
I'm not the asshole that sits alone.
No wonder they like you so much. You share booze with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can say you have a few bottles, so we can get you. How big of a booth do you think it is? Like 4 people, 6?
4 comfortably.
Yeah, let's say you got 8 bottles then, because
Alright.
I'm sure the other people take advantage of the drink.
Especially considering they aren't paying for it.
If you had Gick here, I would have easily have given you 30 bottles.
Yep. Yeah. Well, now knowing what I do, bludgeon him to death!
Yeah.
Gonna take 2 bottles and throw.
Go ahead, man.
Wow, the guy who got himself fucking murder-fied was right.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is he cracked open the bottle.
So I'm just going to assume it's like throwing 2 daggers.
Yeah, there's the improvised weapon penalty and everything, but yeah, it's...
What's I'm trying to remember the penalty.
Mine is 4.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, considering. It's just... I mean...
Unless you have catch off guard or throw anything, depending on the situation.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Yeah.
I know.
Actually, you know what? He is a rogue. He could have gotten that rogue talent, couldn't you? Not that you should. I mean, I'm sorry about
Not this level.
Oh, not this level?
Not this level.
Is it next?
After next.
Dang. Really?
But
Your
anyways.
first rogue talent's at 6?
Yeah.
Get rogue talents every even level, I think.
Sorry, for half a second, I thought you rolled a nat 20 to hit him with that bottle.
Oh, if I did, I would have loved every moment of it.
Alright. So, because beer bottles are not very aerodynamic, and you're also throwing mostly empty beer bottles, there's not a lot of, like, weight to it, so you're just kind of like, haha, and you're used to the straight path of the dagger. This thing, you're like, aha, and you do that bottle flip thing people try and get, and it's just shards of glass on the floor. You've made caltrops. Good job.
Hey, kind of a weird question for the moment, but I'm basically done with Una's character sheet almost. But do animal companions get traits?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. But
If only they did.
I was really hoping to get a little more stuff for my boy.
Sorry. One day Pathfinder might make an animal traits thing, but that day's never going to happen because 2E exists.
I mean, wouldn't even put it in 2E.
Uh,
That suggests extra work for Pathfinder or Pazio.
Yeah, I do believe they can take traits if they get the feat for extra traits, but they do not.
That brings another interesting question. Do our animal companions get a bonus feat as we did? Because familiars don't get feats, but companions do.
Yeah, I'll consider the logistics of that if it shouldn't harm you, but yeah, I'll consider that.
All right.
Something to
think
about.
on it. Get back to me and get on it.
Yeah. Most of I'm going to ask the other players if they're all right with that is the main thing, but later is what I'm saying. So, Barty, as this thing's clearing the chopping block, and if you don't stop it now, Barty, it's going to be able to actually start attacking Devrin.
Okay.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
Devrin, any chance there's a back entrance here that you and I can get the hell out of?
This is the pub owned by the Thieves Guild. Pick a wall, and there's more than likely an exit.
Okay, are we ready to go then?
I love that there's a tar monster coming after you, and you're still being like, "Oh, please, bitch, come on."
Yeah, man. Like, why are you fighting the damn thing? Let's get the hell out of here.
I mean, it's my bar.
No, I was referring to you going, "There's a tar monster coming at you." It's like, "Is there a way out?" And you go, yeah, it's the Thieves Guild. Pick a wall." Not like, "Yeah, this is that wall. Let's go."
All right. Fuck it. All right. Let me just take a look at something real quick, and then I'll let you know what I'm doing.
Huh. Apparently local is also acceptable to check on this creature, but it only tells you what the base creature was, which is so pointless.
You know what? Fuck this thing. I needed to make a reflex save.
Yeah, well, about that,
Okay, so several things happened. First of all, it's taking full damage, and it is prone.
Gross. Alright, I say gross because it's just a pile of goo now on the floor.
So this is known as Ice Slick. So basically, it's a 5-foot burst radius burst around me, basically.
Alright.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, it's around it.
Yeah.
So
all those rogues are just fucked. Gotcha.
It's got a range. So I'm gonna actually go on. So is there anybody around him, or is it just him?
Yeah, at least like 5 people.
At least 5 people are around him. Okay, so is there anybody directly in front of him?
Oh, you mean 1 square in front of him? No.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and aim.
At least there's a body in front of him, but it's not a person anymore.
There's no fucking bots in this room.
What's wrong?
Sorry, I had my brother knocking on the door.
Oh.
I'm going to attempt to aim this so as not to hit anybody but the creature. Is that at all possible in this scenario?
You'll hit 2 people, but it's better than 5.
Okay, well, screw that. I'm just going to walk up to it, and I'm going to give it a nice little pat on the whatever the hell it has left.
Okay, so you go up and stand on top of the body that was knocked down in front of it, taking his place of the next guy to get hit, and you give him a little touch attack.
Yes, so taking into account that
Diddler's gooey bits.
And that's a touch attack.
Oh my.
That's fine. Give me a second.
It does have shitty dexterity. That might hit touch.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Its touch is... Come on, game. Where is its fucking touch? Where? I can't find it for some reason. Sometimes reading sheets are just annoying. Its touch is 9.
Oh wait, I've got
you would be flanking.
You got a +2 because you're flanking. Let's go.
9 beats it.
Yeah.
Beat is beat. Beat it.
Okay, so there's several things that's happening with this. First of all, it's taking this much damage, non-lethal damage. 9 non-lethal damage.
All right, that doesn't really seem phased by it, but go on.
It is now also entangled,
All right.
and it is fatigued.
Okay.
It's entangled, fatigued, and prone.
No, that
No,
was
it's not pro.
that was an undo because he wasn't aware that they were surrounding him.
Okay.
I didn't give a refresher description on what the scene was like at that exact moment when I should have.
We don't. In our defense, there's no map.
Well, I know, but that's because I figured this fight won't last very long. It's more thematic.
This just sounds like a rogue's wet dream right now.
Except it's immune to sneaks.
Yeah, but it's taken supposedly 9 non-lethal damage. It should be fatigued and it should be entangled.
All right, so it will attempt to hit you. The fatigue is a minus what on the attack again?
Give me a second to look up fatigue because I believe entangled also gives it a harder time to hit.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Open up the books, guys. We need rules to make life make sense. I'll just roll without the penalty, and we'll add that in. Oh.
Oh no! Never mind.
Yeah, well, I can still
confirm.
I'm sure I don't.
Thank
All right.
God. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. What is this? -2 on top of that. Entangled is so -4 dexterity. Okay, so yeah, it's really a +3, not a +5, but still.
Fatigued is a -2 penalty to strength and dex.
Yes.
Yeah,
that would translate to -1 to hit and damage.
Right,
Yeah.
and I believe entangled makes it so that it can either attack or so it cancel impedes movement. It takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls, so for a total of -3 to hit, and
Yeah, you're right.
-4 to dexterity, and it moves at half speed if it could even move at all. Well,
Yeah,
it can move.
yeah, they can move.
I mean, it can't run or charge.
So what happens here is I will hit you with the penalty. Then is it looks like this should be its damage rather than what it was before. So really not a lot, but give me a. I'm sorry. Let me check to make sure which this is the DC is based on here. It is con. Okay, so give me a. Hold on. What is this? And what is it?
If this thing lost 4 dexterity, does it have any dexterity left?
Yeah, it's still got dexterity.
Oh, okay.
Not much, but yeah.
Yeah.
If it reached 0, something magical might happen.
It dies.
No,
Well, it becomes paralyzed. If it can be paralyzed, it just stops moving
yeah.
and gets repeatedly coup de grace by every rogue in the room.
Again, but yeah, yeah, it's a DC 17 for not taking.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out where the DC is. It's not written down anywhere. Come on, Monster Sheet, you're better than this.
It's really not.
I guess realistically, I would say it's a Fortitude save. Wouldn't you say so?
I mean, I don't know the creature. I don't remember what name you're talking about, so I can't look it up. I would because I'm not part of this combat.
Yeah, it's a shadow. It's a shadow infused creature.
Yeah, I don't know what the effect is. What kind of effect is it?
It's gonna paralyze you if you fail.
Then yes, that is usually a. It's usually a freaking Fortitude.
Yeah. So, a DC 7. You do not lower its con at all, right?
No.
All right. So yeah, it's a DC 17.
Shadow creature. I'm not seeing anything about that on Shadow creature.
It's a template, probably.
Yeah.
I'm on the Shadow creature template. Shadow creature.
Come on. Are we really going to be Googling what I'm using as they're fighting this?
Anyway, what kind of is it an enchantment effect of any kind?
No, it should just be the fact that it's labeled as a special ability.
Okay. That doesn't mean it wasn't a
enchantment or anything. I believe it's not really specified all that much. It's a basic template of adding something to this, so I assume it's physical, since it's hitting you. And
yeah, I'm paralyzed.
That's fine. You're paralyzed. 1 round. Oh no, sorry. That's
That's
way
bad.
that's way stronger. But like I said, 1 round. All right,
Well,
so
boyos. Bludgeon is fucking sculling.
So, Devrin, you just saw Barty join the pile of unconscious people. Unconscious, quote unquote.
Oh. I mean, I'm still standing.
That's fair. You technically haven't had your throat ripped out yet. That's alright.
I'm going to look at the rogues that are left.
5 of them.
Bludgeon his fucking brains in.
They're not
And-
exactly that great with, like, improvised weapons and stuff when they're, like, a lower level. So, wow!
They don't have...
Do any of them have saps?
Yeah.
They were drinking in a bar.
That doesn't
I
mean
thought
They
every
were told
rogue
that someone was coming.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, I'll give them saps then. Sorry. Sorry, that's on me. I don't remember hearing that. I just assumed they were just there for you.
Well, Barty, that I went to keep an eye out.
Oh, okay. I must have misheard that. Sorry. So yeah, no, sorry. Then still, the ones that hit are still gonna hit. So, well, no, actually, those 14s are higher now. So hey. So yeah, Jesus. Okay, so the creature's starting to fall apart. What do you do, Devrin?
I'm going to join in the fun
You running up,
and hitting with the sap.
and it works. And the creature begins to melt.
Well, someone get me a jar and go get a doctor.
I mean, Barty should be standing like right back up, just well and good after like. You know what I mean by that, standing back up. I know you're still standing. Sorry, Barty.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I'm no longer I'm no longer paralyzed.
Yeah, you saw in like a frozen state of terror, Devon come up and glass a fucker.
Cool. That's what needed to be done.
And what about the other blokes?
A lot of your guys are dead, but they're kind of freaked out by what's happening, and they're not blaming you, so that's a bonus. They are getting that jar like you asked. If anything, this is more of an attack on them than you.
Alright.
Like the guild was attacked, not you.
Well, that was interesting. I will take any of the goo that I can and put it into a jar so I can put it up on a shelf and put a little plaque under it.
Alright.
Just as a sign of anyone who fucks with us. Just as a
There's a gold...
slight way to
There's
boost morale.
There's a disgusting gold mask in that pile, too.
Yeah, I'll just put that in the bag for now. So you said a booger came after you, right?
It was not that, or I would have definitely told you if it was one of those things. It was
Of
one of the
course it
ones in
wasn't
the
that.
It was one of the ones in the red cloak.
You don't think we should worry about the others?
You mean Torgrim and Gick?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Right.
Should we cut to Torgen as you discuss him as he goes to Agams and... Yeah, I mean, the fucking thing's locked.
I was actually able to find a fucking carriage in the middle of the night to go through Old Town, because I'm 2 districts away from the Stoneworks.
I'm aware, but strangely it seems that you make it to the Stoneworks before the night's even over.
So I'll take that as a yes that I found a carriage then.
No, you ran there, and it's... If you want to stop and think about it for a moment, you think, yeah, this isn't physically possible.
Yeah, that's weird. I only have a 20-foot movement speed in this fucking armor.
You carried a goat with you. You had way less than that, man.
Goat can move faster than that.
Oh, you like guided the... I just assumed you were carrying it.
Oh, I led it with some rope.
Oh, okay.
And a dinosaur behind it.
Yeah, fair, I guess. I was thinking you carried it because it was probably sleeping, but, you know, it's an animal and stuff, and it wouldn't really want to leave the... Like, it's trained to stay there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there's sounds of violence, and there's a dinosaur behind it.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. All good. So, yeah, fine. You get the goat to move for you.
Great. All right. Well, I'm super confused as how the hell I made it all the way through Old Town and into the Stoneworks, and it's still dark. Um, didn't think I'd make it this far, Bessie. I suppose at this point, I'm gonna head round back of Agam's place. I guess I'll see if he has a smokehouse.
He has an outhouse and the smokehouse is just another square thing. I wouldn't recommend sleeping in there.
Well, not necessarily,
It's
but
it's there for like smoking. It's not big, is what I'm getting at. I'm just trying to find a good way to describe it without just going straight. Like you take out a tape measure and it's 5 by 5. You know what I mean?
right, it's a smoking shed. That's
Yeah.
all right. Get it. Well, we'll have to hunker down. Just, I guess, behind it, off the view of the road. I don't want to wake Agam. It's too early for that.
Right.
So,
We just cut to you waking up in his bushes.
Torgon slept in worse than bushes.
Yeah. Barty and Warren, you were discussing how your allies might not be safe.
Yes.
Think we should go looking for him?
Yeah.
Oh, you know where he is better than I would, so lead on.
All right, I will take him to the location that I know he was at. Whether or not he's still there is entirely a different scenario.
You take him to the temple.
I'd bring a few of the rogues with us.
I ask you how urgently you move towards them.
Well, I'm gonna ride my gecko, I guess. So, however urgently we can move, I guess, or however urgently the
Is your
I'm going to
gecko
be
still
moving.
alive?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
I'm going to suggest we move cautiously.
Okay.
If they sent one after me and after you, they might send one after him, so we're either going to run into it on the way there or find a horrible scene that we don't want to stick around for.
So, which shall it be, you two?
I mean,
Cautiously but very fast. Gotcha. No.
I mean, please, by all means, go charging ahead.
I'm definitely not charging ahead. You've met me.
Uh,
I'm only a hero when I can try and convince other people that that's what I am.
the rogues that I'm bringing with me and I, we're gonna move cautiously.
Yeah, so you get there way later. Barty, you're probably, I mean, also Devrin, so you're both probably exhausted, but it's not gonna hurt you in the long run because we'll change, like we'll let you get sleep in. You know what I mean? This is more for the fact that you're tired and you arrive there thinking what could be happening, and you are one of the first people to see the scene of the pair of clerics that ran that temple. That man is, well, there's half of him over there, and there's the other half over there. And the elf, you can't tell she's an elf anymore because the head's not there. I mean, it's there, but it's been used as a Van Gogh art splash.
Fuck. We should probably see if we can see if he's in all this shit.
Let's be careful. What if whatever did this is still around? We do not want to find it. I tell you what. Why don't you wait here? Alright?
Hmm? Well, my wait here, nah.
You wait here with those guys. I'll sneak on through and see if I see anything.
You wait here with
Okay.
those guys. My immediate thought was the rogue going, the boss noticed us.
Alright. Oh
I'll
boy.
quickly stealth on through the place.
Yeah, don't really need to roll. There's no one actually there anymore. I suppose to expedite the process, you will notice that. Shit, dude, did you know that there was like a goat and stuff there? I don't know if Torgan told you.
There were several ordinary goats.
I don't know shit.
Well, in all honesty, those goats are probably like half gone now. But
Oh yeah, no, the ones I didn't take are very probably dead.
but I was still asking if like if Devrin was aware that Torgan slept out there, if that's where he should be.
Oh no, I didn't tell Devrin where I fucking sleep. I don't think I told any of them where I sleep.
All right, so yeah, you just investigate the premises as a whole, and there's some ransacking, it seems, and just general destruction. But there's no like actual threat here, and there's also no Torgan. So let's assume he's dead.
Yeah, let's not. Alright, I'll go back to Barty and the others. Well, his body wasn't there, so that's something.
Well, he's probably smart enough to get away.
But where would he go?
He has a thing for Gek. Do we know where Gek is staying? Yeah. I mean, he's at that one bar, that stable, right?
Morgan has no idea, but you don't know that.
Oh, I mean, I'm just going with. I know that you have, like, you're definitely, like, he's like your best friend in the party.
Right, that's fair.
Hey, well, I have no idea where Gick is.
I know he stays at a stable, so I guess we'll head there.
A stable.
Oh, stable?
It is a stable, right?
It's yeah, but you. Oh wait, you've been there, haven't you? You had a drink with him the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Surprised to
good.
say, do you know how many stables are in this city?
So
Yeah, I know the one that he's at. That's what I'm saying. I've been there.
Very good. That helps.
All right.
Great deal.
Lead on.
So you and the rogues tiredly spend some time going over to the stoneworks.
Oh, we'll find a carriage or something.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a fucking carriage.
You take a nap in the carriage. There we go.
Sure.
Yes. To make you guys have some rest.
They find a carriage? Some bullshit.
Thieves Guild.
Because it's also not the middle of the night for them. It's day.
Oh, it is? Wait, what?
I said
For
it takes
them.
them a long time to go to where you are. So
I gotta cross the damn city in a matter of an hour or two, and I don't know how.
yeah, it's weird. So Torgan, you wake up in the bushes, probably because some guy's poking at you, going, "You shouldn't be sleeping in this guy's yard. It's not."
Please
great."
let it be one of the kids.
Probably no. It's probably just some guy.
Damn.
Stop ruining our neighborhood, you hobo. Oh, Torgan, punch him in the face.
Oh god, no. No need to cause a scene.
All right.
I'll just silently stand up, check the sun.
The guy will back up because he's understanding how tall you are.
My dinosaur will stand up and yawn.
What the fuck is? Oh God.
I'll pet my dinosaur while I gauge the time of day by the sun's position, since I've got survival training.
Yeah, it's like noonish.
Alright, good. Agam should finally be awake.
You look back to that guy that's across the street now, saying, "Oh, it's all right."
Yep, that's what I thought. I'll take a swig of mead from my wineskin and swish it around to try to kill the morning breath, because I don't have the prestidigitation witch around.
I love that you brought wine with you when you could have abandoned that and brought an extra goat. No, go on.
Well, no, I mean my wineskin's not filled with water. It's filled with tears to wine.
No, I'm saying every object you brought could have been another goat.
Not all have been another goat. I only brought what I normally carry with me and a goat.
So, you try and enter the locked door.
He went on another late. This has got to stop. I mean, the kids are probably already fucking out front. Jesus Christ. That's unfortunate. Alright. I'm gonna check my inventory real quick to make sure. Did I put a crowbar on this character?
I'm just imagining while you guys are
Because it's
sleeping.
a great.
Oh, gone.
It's a great piece of gear to put on just any character. Oh,
Yes.
I did not buy a crowbar with this character.
Yeah,
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, a piece of twisty metal. It's useful.
It also gives you a +2 on strength checks to break open doors. But all right.
I'm just imagining one of the rogues while you guys are sleeping in the carriages, like, let's stop for ice cream. So,
Well, at this point,
If you're good, we will.
I'll mosey around the front of the shop. It would make sense that the back wouldn't necessarily be open. So I'll mosey around the front.
it's equally locked.
Well, tits. I don't have the ability to pick locks.
Oh, we could just have your character wait there for an hour or two before when the party shows up.
He doesn't know they're going to show up.
Well, I know, but I just mean you're waiting out there, and then when their character's coming by, they're like, what? Is that Torgan? Stop.
I suppose.
Okay.
Torgan's just going to frustratedly wait at the porch and rehearse the way he's going to lay into Agam precisely which orcish insults he's going to use.
So, while you're doing that, I'm sure of the fucking 7 people in that cart, one of them can roll a 10 or higher, please. And, yeah, you stop the carriage and funnel out and to see Torgan there, yeah?
Don't doubt our ability to fuck up.
That you can't fail. It's a 10 and you're not in combat.
I don't know why I rolled a d10. But there you go.
Hey, one of them's very good. That one gets a promotion.
Yeah. So, yeah, so you guys funnel out because you see Torgan and you stop the carriage. You pay the little fee to him. It's all good. It's not costing anything, really. So there's Torgan, angry outside of Agam's bakery, candlestick.
Well, you're not dead.
That's how I greet my friends too.
No.
It's funny that you assume we are friends. So far, all we have done is do a few jobs together, and he destroyed my cigar.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, Torgrim's kind of been an asshole to all of us.
He's your acquaintance.
It's just a little abrasive.
So, what you doing with the goat, boy?
Oh, well, I figured we could always use a supply of some fresh milk for the bakery, and, I didn't think the abbot would miss one.
Yeah, I don't think the abbot will be missing much anymore. They're dead.
Yeah. I wasn't confident that I could actually guide more than one plus Unis on foot. So I made surprisingly good time.
And you're just gonna brush over the fact that both priests are dead? Okay.
It's a tragedy, to be sure. They were good blokes.
Sorry.
Alright. Sure.
When he's called them blokes, I'm thinking, well, the elf was a female, so she's a Blake. Yeah, no, it's fine. I just, like, in my head, my immediate response was, what's the female version of bloke? Blake. Fucking stupid.
Let me get this straight. Someone tried to kill you last night, and your first response was to go to a bakery?
To be fair, he made excellent time.
I don't know too many people in the city as of yet.
You do know where me bar is.
I do, but would
Also,
you believe me if I told you I didn't think that you would hide me and my dinosaur and my goat.
Well, you're right about the goat. We don't exactly accept animals unless it's for therapeutic reasoning.
So progressive.
That's such a strange stipulation.
I'm flattered that you think of Unis as my emotional support dinosaur. That's very considerate of you.
I mean, figured out that or a attack dog.
It's gonna be.
We
I
didn't,
think someday
I,
he's gonna blossom into a real warrior.
we didn't really catch that.
I said it's gonna be a while before he's an attack dog, but I'm hoping that someday he'll blossom into a real warrior. You know, around 7.
Yeah, but we did catch that one, so that's good, right, guys?
Well, I'm sure he will. He looks like a fierce animal. Maybe we should go back to the bar, not stand out in the middle of the street.
Well, I was sleeping out back, alongside the smoke shack, but some asshole had the audacity to wake me up.
You were sleeping in the street, though.
That is not true. I was sleeping in the bushes.
Tell me, Barty, as a member of the Night Watch, isn't it your job to wake up miscreants sleeping in bushes?
With how well organized the Night Watch is, I don't think I could actually tell you what my job is. And you can obviously tell I'm being heavily sarcastic.
Right.
You are giving them way too much credit.
I suppose I am. Well, it's good to see you're alive.
Yeah, I had hoped that Agam would have actually opened up by now, because A, those thief children should have out for the apprenticeship program, and B, I wanted to drop off some more recipes last night before bed anyway.
Didn't you leave him alone with a 3-gallon barrel of booze?
A 30-gallon barrel of meat, yes.
Jesus
Right.
Christ. He's so... I love the stipulation, like, a 3-gallon barrel? No, it's 30 gallons! The way you were so happy about that!
Yeah, and it's he's an alcoholic, buddy.
Well, yes, but it's tears to wine. It doesn't get you drunk. It enhances your perceptions and more after you drink it.
Do you know what happens when a drunkard drinks a drink that can't get him drunk?
I would assume that he moves on to drinking water.
No, he moves on to drinking harder liquor. Yeah, your friend's probably blackout drunk in there.
Well, it's a good thing we
Told
are.
him that meat for cooking purposes.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic, not somebody who actually cares about what it was meant for.
Would you like me to step in and open the door?
I know. If you want,
I'm going to look at the street for a while and take in the architecture of Karnegion.
Right.
So, did you...
Aye, what rustic architecture.
Actually,
Gonna step up and...
You are in the stoneworks. It's actually really nice here, because it's,
I know. It's dwarfish.
Yeah.
I'll go and step up and open the door.
With your nice stuff.
Yes, with my lovely keys.
Alrighty.
Do I even have to roll disable device?
I mean, technically, but, I mean, not really. It just means you take an extra 10 minutes. No skin off anyone's nose here, really, right? Yeah, the fuck is your bonus? Oh. No, you just rolled really good there. But still,
Yeah.
It was a DC 20 for a locked door.
Yeah, you could have taken 10 and you would have succeeded.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Was that because the picks bonus, or
No.
you're just that
No.
good?
That's...
Damn.
Yeah.
Masterwork tool is a +2.
Yeah.
It's good stuff there, mate. Alright, yeah. You,
Oh, yeah.
Do you
That's
show
great.
off the specialty of the tools by being a jackass? Or no? No. Okay.
No.
No. Okay.
I kneel in front of the door.
Yeah.
Quickly do it.
Yeah. Just hairpin it open.
Great
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah. Just you just pick it. Like not even like a minute. It's like with how good that is. It's like you're there for a couple of seconds and it opens.
So, for the record, I didn't do that. The door was already open.
Oh, that's not good.
Shall we go inside?
Yeah.
I need to introduce him to his new goat.
All right. The thieves also follow you in.
Oh, by the way, Torgan, these are my boys.
I'm so sorry. I keep thinking every time you're with the rogues, I keep thinking of an animation I saw. Where have you seen the something offensive animation?
I have not.
Oh, there's just this like kind of normal looking guy who it slowly devolves into like madness. And one of the things is, these are my boys. They follow me everywhere. And then just from nowhere from the background, like people standing up behind trash cans and stuff, becoming an entourage of goons. You know what I mean? These are my boys. They follow me everywhere. Say hi, boys. And they're like, hi, hello. It's so stupid. That's what I imagine your rogues are. They're just like your posse. They follow you everywhere.
Not everywhere, but yeah.
Yeah, they don't want you. They don't want you wash cleaning rooms, but yeah. So into the excuse me. Okay, into the butchery, and they start making snacks. So
By the way, their names are Larry, Curly, and Mo.
and Shemp. So
They are.
Yeah.
what's the fifth one though? You had 5 of those guys left alive.
Oh, shit, 4 and 5. Who are they?
Well, it's Larry, Curly, Mo, and Shemp. That's the other stooge that people forget about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And,
Is there a 5th stooge?
No.
Dang.
Last one's Jake.
Oh, from State Farm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great at running scams. He sells insurance.
Yeah. So, I assume you guys ultimately go upstairs to the guy's room.
Nah, I stay down. I stay downstairs with the boys.
That's fair.
No, I'll go up to the orc's bedroom.
Yeah, it's a bedroom, man. I don't know what you want for me to explain it besides the fact that he's in there passed out.
That's not what I expected. Thank
Also-
goodness Bart. Thank
also-
goodness Barty's downstairs.
I should say that as you open the door, there's lots of clinking glass getting hit.
Mhm. Well, I'll slowly push it open and watch my step. Don't want to get glass on the floor for Unis's tender young paws.
It's weird the way you specify that, but yeah. As you kick over a bottle, it says you can see that it says Old Law on a label.
Is that a ball?
Old Law.
Not familiar.
It's expensive.
really. Oh. Well. That's not good.
It's 200-year-old aged whiskey.
Well, he wouldn't want my average meat anyway. That must be for cooking purposes.
Well, what do you do to this new yet to form sponsor of Alcoholics Anonymous?
Well, first I sigh in exasperated disappointment. And then gonna give him the Torgan special I'm gonna use create water and just dump 8 gallons of just above freezing water on his unconscious body.
You can't do the specification of the temperature, but yeah, water.
Damn, I can't specify the temperature. That's dumb.
What was that? You were real fast there. I couldn't hear you with static.
I said, damn it, I can't specify temperature. That's dumb.
Yeah, sorry. It's just always room temperature water.
Gallons of it.
Yeah, I know. You can make gallons of water in the air, but God forbid that you have more freedom with it. But that's what you get for having what is essentially just a cantrip.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't have water on any of my glasses right now. As you can tell, I'm coughing a lot, so I can't mimic the fact that he's going, oh, so yeah, he's fucking drowning there, and you wake him up.
Sit up, Sam. God damn it.
You've also ruined his bed.
Oh, no, it's fine. Party's downstairs, so we'll clean that right up.
Alright, so I mean, he's still hungover. I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. That doesn't, like, sober him immediately. All you did was wake him up. He's still hurting and stuff. So I'm trying to think of a good way to describe, like, the slow way he, like, sits up, and the way, like, he seems to, like, ache and groan from doing so.
How the hell do you afford booze this good? Your shop's not in that good a condition. And you have to buy whole-ass cows and shit.
Let me
What's money are who are you fucking?
Let me just do a quick, yeah. He goes, I just, okay, I'll be a bit straight here then. When you gave me that meal that had the alcohol cooked in it, it made me feel a bit better, and it tasted pretty good, so I thought I should try it with Old Law. Good whiskey, it's what I used to like drinking. And, I tried a meal fit, it was good, and I started feeling that way again, and decided, what's the harm? I'm just feeling a little good, and now I've sold my sword.
You stole your sword for liquor.
It was a good sword.
That's what I'm getting by liquor.
It was a good liquor.
So I can smell. I do worry about the trend you're setting, though. You do have a business that's in the process of expanding.
I haven't had alcohol in so long, and, I just had that taste again, and
We cooked all the alcohol off the meat in the drunken pork. It's just called drunken pork.
Yeah, there really wasn't any alcohol in it, man.
Party, don't do that, you sneaky.
yeah, he just pops in. I'm pointing out that the taste made him relapse. That is a thing that happens. Don't get mad at that. That's totally a thing that happens.
Taste of honey. Get that away from apiaries. Always.
This is your fault, Torgren. You gave alcoholic alcohol.
I gave it to him cooking purposes after using it for cooking purposes.
Yeah, and Agam will say, it's not really your fault. I should be stronger than this.
Yes, you should. I, Sobek, and your god too are very disappointed in you.
Sobek, I've dishonored Kyrgyz.
Yes, you have. And your ancestors. And your living family. We talk about your living family, by the way. We need hands in this.
He goes, oh, alright. And he's putting his head in his hand. He's not really in, like, the mood to, like, blame you. He's not that kind of guy. So you're just making him feel bad. So good job.
Well, it sounds like he needs it. This is 2 days in a row. We are to the point of where this is unacceptable, and it's an intervention. Intervention.
Yeah, that's fine. We've messed up words here.
It's an intervention. No, it's not. But yeah, no, Torgen's kind of extra concerned about this because it presents a serious problem
for
our
the business. Yeah.
Yes, we don't actually own it. We're just consultants. We need him to actually have his shit together. Get it
Well,
together.
I've got a plan.
I, I'm all ears.
Am I about to hear like montage
Okay.
music of you just like waterboarding him?
I have
Well,
the capability.
No, of course not. So you see, what happened was my sister had a similar problem with the sauce, and what my mother did was she tied her to a chair, would put alcohol on her, and then punch her straight in the fucking jaw until eventually she stopped wanting alcohol. I believe she called it aversion therapy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I love this plan.
Gagum, in a sheer moment of not wanting to be hit, will go, I used to be a barbarian, and while I've really mellowed out in recent years, you do not want to see me rage at you.
I don't know what that means, but
He's
I'm taking.
threatening you.
I mean, I'm obviously not going to do something without your permission. I mean, I'm not your mother. My mother could obviously do that to my sister because she didn't get a choice in the matter. But I mean, I obviously can't make you do it. All right. So what's another idea we have?
Agum's gonna raise a hand on the wet bed, going, if it involves hitting me, it's out straight out.
Buddy, can we get some prestige on the bed? It's kind of soggy.
Sure, Barty's maid service at your service.
Oh god, don't say maid service in front of Devon.
No, I really appreciate it because, magical laundry service is a gold per. It's fucking highway robbery.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're really doing us a solid every time, and we appreciate it.
I just assume
Wait,
we cut.
if it's a gold per, why the hell am I working in an office?
I don't know. Magical laundry service? Stupid. A gold per client. Just for you to cast prestidigitation. That'll be a gold piece. That's the official
Because
price.
Barty, clearly they have people working for less than a gold, and you won't settle.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I know what I'm worth.
Yeah,
That is the.
do we cut to Warren, like just eating sandwiches down there with the crew?
I'll be sure to leave some gold behind.
Okay, so back up to his room.
Yeah, I don't have a way to just wave away addiction at this level. I don't have normal ass. I have lesser restoration, but not normal ass restoration.
How much is it to have a spell cast?
It depends on the spell level and the level of the spellcaster.
What level is restoration?
10 gold. Jesus, there's too many questions. I was just about to answer. It's 10 gold times the spell's level times the caster level required to cast that spell. Restoration, I believe, is a 8th level spell. I will check. Hold on.
Okay, just letting Torgan know, like,
So,
I am hearing most of what he's saying, but it is kind of getting staticky at the end.
It's 4th level, but we also have to pay for the material component, which is 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that worth it, because like you can just sober him up some more and make sure he stays off the sauce.
Well, Torgrin, since you can't stay at that place anymore, and perhaps you should be better off staying here.
Yeah.
While you're sobering him up, yo man, who did you sell your sword to, and how much did you sell it for?
Pawn shop. Trying to remember the bloke's name. I never usually go down there, and it's because it's next to the alcohol store, and
Right. How much did you pawn it for?
1,000.
You didn't even get what it was worth then, because if it was a +1 sword, you didn't factor in your half of the base price, Agam. Oh, you got ripped off by a few gold.
I like the idea of you just getting in his face about that. Like, that should have been 1,025, boy.
What have you done?
Anyway, he said, moving forward. Great. How long do you have to pay it back?
Couple of weeks, I guess.
Okay, where's your ticket at? Where's your ticket for this damn thing?
Yeah, he'll find it somewhere in the put. He opens up the drawer. There's just bottles falling out. He's like, "Oh God, I'm sorry." Yeah, you get the stub.
Great. Does this stub have like the contract on it?
Yeah, it's just pay me back or get back.
Damn it. I was hoping I could find some kind of loophole in this. Do I know anything about pawn law?
Thieves Guild has a hand in it. Other than that, it's merchant stuff.
Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go see if...
You can get his sword back if you get the restaurant running. You don't have to worry too much. Besides,
Yeah,
he's a retired adventurer. He doesn't need it.
Hey, Torgrin! Yeah, well, he might need it if we have Torgrin staying here.
That's fair.
There's only one R.
I thought it was Torgrin.
No.
Torgrin.
Torgan?
Okay, that's...
Is it Torgan?
Yeah, Torgan, I'm sorry. That's the player messing up, not Barty.
No, it's Torgun.
Torgan, okay, sorry.
There you go. You got it that time.
Yeah, that's the player messing up, not Barty. Barty's not being a dick on that one. I just legitimately was saying your name wrong.
Yeah, it's been a week since you said it again, right?
All right, so Torgan, got it. All right, so we might have to have Torgan staying here in order to make sure he doesn't keep relapsing.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Agam's like, I really don't want people living in my house, but you raise a good point, and I can't argue that.
This is Betsy. She's going to be providing goats. No, I'm sorry, goat's milk.
Oh, you got me a goat.
Yes.
They're quite tasty.
No, this one's got milk from the bakery for baked goods.
Start selling hamburgers, man.
Delicious goat burgers.
Well, actually, I was thinking the goat for the cheese.
Yeah, I know.
Every good hamburger
Exactly.
needs cheese.
We need dairy.
But then it's not a hamburger, it's a cheeseburger. Alright.
You know what? Any hamburger that doesn't have cheese is made by communists. That's what it is, okay?
Sometimes I don't put cheese on my hamburger because I can't fit the cheese. What with all the onion rings and shredded lettuce and tomatoes and not fried onions, but just regular onions with the onion rings and the pickle and the sauce and the...
You know what? That's fine because that is a symbol of excess.
Yes.
If your burger is so excessive that you can't fit anything more on it, you're not a commie. You're fine.
Yeah. Fuddruckers makes a pretty good burger, but I don't think there's cheese on Fuddrucker burgers.
Isn't Fuddruckers like a Canadian thing?
It's down here in the States, so I don't know. I'm pretty south.
I'm gonna go with it's a Canadian thing, and since they're not from America, they're obviously communists.
Well, so anyways, moving on. Agam doesn't deny your living here request because clearly he needs help.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
God, I got some tartar out of my teeth, by the way, and this whole game I've just been jamming my tongue into the hole.
Ugh.
I know it's a little gross, sorry, but I just can't stop doing it, and it's starting to bleed now, and I need help. Ugh, I'm sorry.
I mean, we can do you like a kid and start just putting hot sauce in the area.
I like hot sauce. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you ever had hot sauce on a wound?
It's not a... Oh, you mean for the tongue? Yeah, I guess. What I really need is braces so my teeth are straighter.
Braces are expensive.
Yeah. Sorry, let's get back to the real problem at hand. A fictional character's alcoholism.
Obviously.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted thinking about, we're about to table it soon, So...
Alcoholism is a disease. What's its safety? See?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't freeze this problem away.
He's like, well, freezing it does nothing. I'm out of ideas. Goodbye.
I've tried nothing, and I'm all out of ideas.
Barty, if you freeze the alcohol, he can't drink it. Instead, he'll have to slowly imbibe it through an alcohol pop.
But alcohol doesn't actually freeze. It just gets slushy.
I mean, anything freezes if you make it low enough.
If we had
Yeah.
access to cider,
I'm
you could make Applejack at any time of the year.
I'm only level 4. I
Yeah.
can't. I
You
can't.
have Ray
I
of
don't,
Frost.
yeah, I don't think I can get it cold enough with Ray of Frost.
With enough Ray of Frost and some faith, you can.
That's right. Just pray for it to be colder.
Yeah.
It's
Ray,
freezing. That's all you
listen,
need.
Ray of Frost is probably like just like minus like 15 degrees, and it probably cannot get anything colder beyond that.
Alright. If you'd like, so we can get to a more tabling part of the game, because I was trying not to get too much plot done without Dammy, since...
No problem.
Yeah, but we got a lot of stuff here, so... if you have... Warren, was there anything else you wanted to do?
Nah, I'm just enjoying the food down here.
Alright. So we can say... you spend the rest of the day working on things, and...
Though I will say I can probably get that sword back.
Yeah, if you'd like.
Less than legal, but I could get it back.
Well, it depends on what I would.
Not
check-
judging you.
Yeah, I'm not judging you. I mean, Agam is, but you just don't have to tell him that you got it illegally.
Well, I mean, just make sure that it's not actually a member of you. It's not a part of your organization member. It is a pawn shop, so it might actually be part of your. You know.
I was hoping it is a part of the organization.
Yeah, then you can just ask for it, right?
Yeah. Offer a favor for it.
I understand you picked up a rather splendid piece. I'd like to.
But yeah,
You
gotcha.
wear a top hat and a suit.
So, if you
First
guys
off,
want to correct me on
Don't say anything about my suit or my top hat.
I said you wear it and I love it. What?
Where else can I hide the wasp?
Yeah.
You don't know many places. I get it. You're working the necessity of your aesthetic, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just do what I do and don't hide it at all.
Yours
It's
is
a giant wasp.
Yours is a cat. You have the most normal familiar here. We have the same kicks, but he has a fucking hedgehog that can sprout dragon wings.
Wait, who the hell has a hedgehog that can spout dragon wings?
It's the dotted outline of Gik standing next to Torgan.
Dick has a hedgehog. He's never pulled it out because it can't talk yet, and he's never been in a position. Like, remember when he once said that if he got hit, but it was if he gets hit, he can make his AC 2 higher if it would make a difference. Well, his AC has never been beaten by exactly 1 or 0. So he's never had to use his Protector Familiar's protection ability to boost his AC with the bodyguard feat. So we've never seen his hedgehog. But he's had a hedgehog since day 1.
It's just in the backpack.
Gotcha.
Ruining the backpack with its quills.
Well, mine's where I get my spells from, so I kind of need her out in the open.
Yeah. So, to expedite the process a bit so we can table it on time and get what I'd like to table it on for how things went. Warren, you go up to the pawn shop guy, and there's like a kind of like out of camera zoom shot of you debating with the guy, and you handing him some coupons for sex and for room service cleaning and at your bar, and you get a sword, and as you hand that, and he hangs it over his mantle place back where it belongs. As Torgan's moving his crates and stuff into a I don't know where you are going to sleep, actually, Torgan. Where would you like to sleep?
Effectively, wherever Unis and I can fit. I mean, I understand it's impromptu, and I don't have the ability to cast Wall of Stone yet.
I just really like the idea of the next day someone enters the shop and the meat counter is just you, like, sitting there on it.
Well, I have an idea, because I haven't had time to prepare my spells today. I could actually just continue sleeping in the backyard, but this time I could have the foresight to cast Web Shelter.
That's okay. Alright, yeah. I figured you wouldn't want to sleep outside because of the things that followed you and stuff,
Oh, wait, no. I'm not high enough level for Web Shelter to be appropriate. Never mind. Until I'm level 8, that's not safe and appropriate.
Yeah, alright. You're gonna come by the time you hit that level. You're gonna be just smoky and wrinkly from having lived in the smoke shack. Apparently,
Well, I mean, we'll have to work at getting some expansion made for me as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I suppose. Well, we were planning on shutting down the candlestick making anyway. We can do that a little earlier.
Oh yeah, you could just sleep in there if there. Yeah.
That'll do.
All right. So moving your stuff into his workshop. Barty, was there something more specific you wanted in this quick snapshot?
No, I'm good.
All right. So there's while there's reconstruction going on with his place, you people will get ready to go for your night watch duties, which surely Gick will join you, but we're getting to a point of tabling it soon. I want to give you guys I'm trying to think of the best way to word this, because while it's setting up the shop is taking more time than I thought, I think a good way to explain it is you take all the old law whiskey he has, like all the alcohol he has in his store, and you pawn it off to get it out of his reach, and that'll make you guys 1,000 gold each.
I mean, I would like to keep any of the empty bottles he has. We can use them to actually insulate the floor. An animal.
The hoarding begins. It's time to. I just like.
I'll rinse them all out.
That's all good. So you, Barty, Torgan, Warren, did you want to take that 1,000 gold, or you want to give him your cut there,
I mean, I'll gladly take it.
Mr. Swordcane?
Yeah.
I mean, again, the sword cane's always there.
Yeah,
If all of you decide to sell it,
well,
go
the
ahead.
idea was, I figured the
said
idea
you
was
wanted to use it, and you're the only one who can. So.
Well, I wanted to use it because it's a magic weapon.
yeah, I figured we would just hold on to it until he got a better magic weapon that he can use, and then we would
At least one of us gets a magic weapon that we could use.
right, and then we
I don't
sell
want
it
to.
for profits.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
So 1,000 gold each.
Yeah.
All right.
And-
This does involve you going into a area where he has hidden alcohol. You're like all of it, and he's like fine. So there's just barrels like he's had before, like good stuff, but it's not safe for him to be near or anything. So you sell it all off, and you make an exorbitant amount of cash. And he's like, "So can I have that?" Nope, we're using that for expansions. He's like, "Oh, okay." just accept the money, guys.
We got him his sword back.
That's
should
fair. That's fair.
How many of my guys died?
7.
7. Okay.
Do you already have leadership?
He does not have leadership.
Not yet.
These are just people that respect him for being guild sanctioned.
It's from the guild agent. The guild agent archetype.
You're gonna have 2 separate pools of cronies.
Pretty much.
All right, you are a mob boss.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, not yet.
You are the wasp, and you have a hive.
Yeah.
I get it.
Don't worry. Hopefully, those brief penalties from having them die on you will not affect you too long, Warren. All things considered.
I'm going to be sending what do you think? 20 gold?
Yeah, to the families
40?
and stuff. You mean?
Yeah, to each of their families.
Yeah, considering you just made so much. So while you people are on night watch, and I'm gonna have Devrin tag along because he's supposed to be helping you with the case in case anything specific pops up. All right, Devrin.
All right.
Considering where they're going, you are told to return to Torgan's old temple because there's a whole scene of crime there, and well, it's been nice and boarded up at that temple from the day when the Daywatch found it. Because you people literally did not report it. Someone else came in for I need a blessing. Oh, what the fuck? So
when we get there, I will fill them in about what happened, as well what happened at the Nightingale.
I won't say shit. I've never seen this. Oh, and my armor has changed, by the way. It no longer has the Saren Ray holy symbol on it. It's now got Aristil's holy symbol on it.
The gods are up there going like, what is he doing?
Blending in because goddamn sleeves of many garments are a wonderful cheap item.
Yeah.
Just so, we'll start next week as you guys begin night watching with Corporal Gick and the case of the mysterious clerical suicide. Uh,
Oh,
Yeah.
anyone who thinks this is a suicide has no ranks in heal.
yeah, I know it's the day watch didn't really get that much information. I'll tell you. I will tell you what you. I just remind me to tell you again because I don't want to say stuff about Gick being here and like me forgetting and stuff. So just please remind me to retell you what the Daywatch has found. The Daywatch believed it was a large-sized orc that did this.
Fucking racist.
I mean, alright. That's oddly specific.
It's oddly specific, yeah, but how they got that information, I guess they wouldn't necessarily share with you without you pestering them.
Marty,
Yes.
review the report. The paperwork will tell us. We can turn this whole thing into procedural cop drama and also restaurant management show. So it's like CSI and
Devrin, I also need you to do me a favor. I need you to look into Ringo. He's part of a shipping company. I believe he's the one that brought in those ion stones that did the summoning at the park.
Oh, nice.
Alright. I'll ask around, see what I can find out.
Yeah, I give you the more specific information. I don't know if you heard.
Just the name and where he works, and I'll go based off of that.
Yeah, okay. I give you that information, and I guess I'll do paperwork.
All right. Well, we'll get up to you doing paperwork and stuff next session when Git can
Sounds
come
good.
in and you guys can just act like, well, yeah, we had no idea this was a problem. Then you probably, I don't know. Are you gonna actually fill Git's character in about this, or are you just gonna let him be blissfully ignorant?
We'll let them know.
All right.
Ignorance is bliss.
All right, I'm gonna get going.
All right. See you next week, guys.
See you next.
Say it.
Until next
Take
time.
care.
Oh,
What was that?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite let go of push to talk fast enough. My cats are kind of rough. Controlling back.
Okay, man. Have fun with your cat. The random. I was like, I heard you go, hold on, and then you made that noise. I'm like, what are you doing? All right.
did I ever hear back from Magistrix?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have gotten you a message, but yeah. Let's go to the. I mean, yeah. Do you care what Torgan hears? So.
I mean, I'm just asking her if she can help us track down the teleporting asshole. I figure since nothing else is happening, may as well try to talk to her, fill her in on the situation, and
Okay.
see if anything comes of it.
So, she would send you a message asking, "What do you want?"
Need help with what Lord? What is his name? Reclaw?
Yeah, Verclaw.
Yeah. I need some help with the job that he asked us to do.
I guess a second message would be, "Where are you at?"
Tavern more times than not. The sleeping night or the crying nightingale. That, or I would try to wait until I have everyone around so we can.
Yeah, then she would have to scry the tavern, just know what you're talking about. And then, yeah, some rounds later, she would appear.
And as I said, I'd fill her in on everything we've figured out so far, which isn't much, if anything at all. But I would like to know if she has a way of tracking where someone teleports to, and what's the limit of it.
There are many strange limitations within magic, some of which are easily subvertible, and some of which that have no usual subversions can easily be blocked by alterations of a simple spell or outside construct that is also either magically powered or otherwise. For example, have you heard of the mineral known as Blightburn?
Alright, let's try that again. Can you answer the question in a manner that someone who does not understand magic would understand?
There are many ways that my way of searching for them is stopped. When I tried scrying on the weapon cane, that thing that you got, the sword, as it were, it's such a stupid weapon.
Oi, looks fashionable.
No, it doesn't. But regardless, as I tried scrying it, I was not able to find the owner as one usually should. Instead, I was given a recording of the fight that you had, and it focused mostly on your side. Now, whenever I try and scry it using more persuasive means of magic, I only find you.
Joy. Alright. So you can't track a person that's teleported?
You can. It's usually just called scrying them, but they must have some sort of form of non detection that not only makes it impossible, but also redirects me to someone else.
Great. Well, thanks for the help.
Surely you had more than that to justify bothering me.
Uh, yeah, grab the jar of black ooze.
That happened after. Oh yeah, sure. I'll let you. For the sake
It
of the
was a
fact
second
that
night.
yeah, for the sake that I forgot, you get it. You get it. I'm sorry. I was just say like I don't think that would fit it. Nope, I fucked up. That's my bad. I shouldn't be punishing you. So yeah, you get a jar of black ooze. Uh, she'll go.
So this attacked,
So yeah, she'll see. You'll see that she casts some spells on herself as she identifies it.
and it was wearing this. I'll pull out the gold mask and set it down next to it.
She goes. Well, it's fascinating that someone would. Well, I can only assume they voluntarily did this to themselves if they were made and then. Well, no. I suppose. She just sits there by herself for a moment. You know, she's just standing there.
And apparently, it wasn't the only one. The other blokes that I'm working with, they had things sent after them as well.
Hmm. Was one of them a Hound of Lang?
I don't know. This was the only one that we saw and killed.
Well, I had gotten an alarm for something that was deemed. Well, I was taking care of something. And she's just gonna be silent for you some more. She's staring at the jar of goo.
It's fine to keep the jar of goo around, right? It's not gonna come back to life. Is it?
Do you plan on resurrecting it?
No.
Then no.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I apologize for interrupting you. I'm sure you have such better things to do. Have a good day.
And she'll pick up the jar and start teleporting away.
I- Well, there goes that jar.
Not the. You mean the contents or the jar?
Well, both.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to store eggs in that. Damn.
I mean, it's a bit of a morale boost for. Well, okay, I guess it's gone.
Yeah. Well, it's better than it's justify. It's something she can use to justify why she came. She's something to experiment on.
Yeah. She kept the mask, so I guess I'll
No, no,
sell. Actually, no.
you kept the mask.
Actually, no. I'll keep that around.
That's gonna be your morale.
No, I'm thinking if ever I need to infiltrate a place, sleeves and many garments will make the clothes.
Yeah, just a big red hood.
It could make the mask as well, but if ever I have to take it off, that's where it would falter.
It wouldn't be one. You have multiple pieces of the suit.
Yeah, I'll keep the golden mask around just in case.
I would clean it first. It's got that tar stuff on it.
Well, yeah, I'll clean it.
But yeah, so that was a bit of a flashback. So we were gonna go back to that was happened earlier. So we're back at the scene of the crime where the Day Watch is telling the Night Watch that a large orc did it. They're racist, clearly. But
Yeah, clearly.
we'll continue this next week. So yeah, until next time. And now I end the stream for